Previously on the Painted Dungeon.
What is this beast?
It's essentially a giant worm, snakish creature that burrows through the snow.
Bad news. Rimmer has got a natural 20. Bursting out of the snow, but not quite as big as you pictured, is a Rimmer has that bursts up next to Zulkul and Zeta. And by the way, this is a company I work for, Gale Force 9, and I paint for them. Woohoo! Okay, so coming in at his throats, dealing 67 piercing damage.
What?
And a soaring heat you feel radiating, no longer cold, as it feels like a fire is right next to you guys. You fire off with your big two-handed crossbow,
Yep,
right?
the big heavy.
And you fire hoping not to hit your friends. And your aim is true. It goes in and it pierces into the creature and it completely stops moving.
I think I'm gonna have Zeta burrow through the worm to the other side to try to get to
Right up Main Street.
As you guys make your way towards the Jigging Squid first, is that right?
Yes.
That is the closer of the two taverns. Mine's dead to me too. And she takes your arm and she kind of tucks her own arm into it as you guys walk along together. She says, "I'm headed for a drink. Would you like to join me?" And he's sitting up a little bit straighter and he's holding a pencil and a sketch pad and she is whispering into his ear a little bit
I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna whisper into his other ear. And I'm gonna tell him, "Don't be alarmed. I like your drawings."
Oh, do you want to get out of here?
Am I gonna go alone?
Yeah.
You're gonna cast invisibility on yourself and go alone?
No.
Okay, so you cast invisibility on yourself, and you hear someone on the corner say, "Where'd she go?" And you just head upstairs. So right now, Narita is in this room with Feldra and Zulkul. Feldra, she begins to remove her clothes.
I'm like, cool, let's do this.
There's a little more teeth involved than you would expect, but other than that, it's pretty straight up. Okay, you see as a couple of entities begin to appear into this room that were not in the room a minute ago, and there are a couple of large creatures, phase spiders, that appear from out of the ethereal dimension into this one.
Like, haven't you stabbed her enough already?
Yeah, he did.
Greetings, beholders, and welcome back to the Painted Dungeon. I am Stephen Oakes, your host and Dungeon Master, and this is my friend...
Mike. I play Thram in Midnight Flame.
I'm Daniel. I play Gilby and Sobek.
I'm Bianca, I play Nareda in Shadowcrow.
I'm Dee, and I play Murad and Galadesh.
I am Andres. I play Zulkul in Zeta.
I'm Emmy, I play Erlen and Azrael.
Picking but right up after our last episode, our party had just had a very eventful late afternoon, almost evening, at the Jigging Squid Tavern, where one of our party members, Zulkul, the Yonti Snake Man, met with some manner of woman with some manner of control over spiders, half drow. There was a whole bunch of blood in the room in the tavern, and poison was extruded from the giant spiders. The carcasses have been taken out of the tavern, and the party is getting ready after meeting up with a guard whose name might be Bill or Barry.
B.
Dwarf, known as
B.
labeled as B by the man who proudly grew up and was raised by dwarves, Graham.
He's my B.
Getting ready to go meet up with his adoptive father, Tigran, over at the Sleepy Mermaid, which is the much more plush and nicer tavern. So picking right up at that point, you guys are getting ready to exit the tavern, and
So I just remembered, and I'll turn, because who was the one that grabbed the note? That was the letter that she had. We ended up not reading it.
I was?
you claim the journal.
Oh, yes, you did.
have the
So
journal.
I'll say, do you still have the journal, Thram, so we can see what, like, Maybe there's a list or
So we
something.
can poke through her intimate thoughts.
Yes.
Through our intimate thoughts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, looks like somebody's already done that. But
So poking taken care of already. Morgan's ready to sift through this half-drowsed journal who was out to feed her spiders to her former
not just her
lover.
lust.
Yes.
I do wonder if her mother is a spider, because she was saying that her and her mother, and so I have a lingering suspicion that her mother is a spider.
Or she could be a drow.
Well, yes.
That would make more sense.
did say
Well,
that,
she is a
didn't she?
drow, but perhaps she calls her mother.
A spider?
Her mother is a spider, and yes.
Maybe half drow.
I think you're not quite as immune to that poison as you think.
Yeah,
It just seemed that the two spiders that she brought in were family to her. That's what it seemed like to me. That's why I think that she might be crazy and she got outcast, and she thinks her mother is a spider.
I don't know. Pet owners are kind of just like that. So
So I'll grab the journal and I'll take a read. So what do I see in this journal? If I can read it.
So sitting down for a moment to go through your journal, you're taking some time to read through it. As this is happening, the elf who was drawing busty tavern wenches over in the corner sees Thram come back downstairs,
Oh no.
and he is finishing up his drawing. He gets up and he has a sketch of a lovely Goliath tavern wench, a busty tavern wench, holding two big old pints of beer in each hand. And he says, "Here, it's my latest and most best masterpiece so far." Showing this drawing, the sketch to Thram, who had
I want to
commissioned.
Can I have him roll a performance just to see how well it actually looks in my eyes?
You sure can. You sure can. It's pretty good. It's not the most gorgeous work of art you've ever seen, but it's one of the best drawings that you've seen.
Of a Goliath.
Probably, yeah.
How about Goliath?
Well,
Barb.
certainly, Tighttown. There's a lot more art and culture than some other places where you grew up, as far as drawing goes, and more than maybe what you'd expect in a dark dwarvish kingdom, or with the purifiers who epitomize the human body and no other races. So.
All right. Well, I'll. Looks.
What do you think this is worth? The skinny elf, Simon.
Well, you said you
this-
sold your last one for 20, so I can pay you 20 if you want, since I did commission it from you.
Well, that would be very generous. If I sure appreciate it, sir.
Yeah. Here you go.
He excitedly and with a shaky hand reaches for the 20 gold pieces and offers you the drawing, and he signs the back of it.
And I will ask you this: if you see anything that is interesting or any unusual people that come in here, just keep an
You
eye
want me to
out.
draw them as a busty tavern wench?
Yes.
I want you to just keep an eye out, keep an ear out, and listen and see what's going on, and then just let me know. And I may commission some other art pieces from you after that if you can give us some good information.
Well, I'll do my best. I mean, I like the tavern wenches, so I like hanging out here at the tavern, so I can do that, sir.
Good. I appreciate this. I'm gonna go hang this up somewhere.
The dwarf guard who's right next to you, he labeled as B, he kind of says, "Well, everyone's got their own thing."
And I'll be like, yes, here you go, B. Have the present.
Big one.
Yep. For a big man. I need to go see my father.
He takes it carefully and isn't quite sure where to put it, but he's like, oh. He's just holding it carefully as he walks alongside. He's like, big woman. He keeps staring at it.
All right.
I'm half her size. Right as you guys step
I
outside.
think you'll go up to her ankle, my dude.
As you guys step outside, a canvas cloak wearing figure, still poorly smelling and a bit salty, comes out this halfling, and he says, "Ah, it's me, Fildo. How did it go?"
Think you owe us the extra gold because she's dead.
Oh, she's dead. I've seen some corpses being brought out. Job well done, job well done. He forks out another 4 gold pieces, and he says, "Well, that as promised," and he offers you guys another 4 gold pieces.
You're cut. I'm gonna give you 2.
I say
Well,
condolences to you, my friend, because I believe that your friend is not of this world anymore.
Thank you. I'm glad that justice has been served, and I don't know what I'm gonna drink the rest of the week, but it'll be worth it!
And I'll give him a couple gold pieces and be like, drink to your heart's content, my friend.
Well, thank you, I certainly will. And then he busts inside the door, kicking it open, and you hear his little voice pipe up, and he goes, "I'll have your cheapest wine!" Gotta make that 2 gold last. So, you guys, now that you're outside and you guys are making your way to kind of the other side of Tide Town, your passive perception checks, I believe we have a 17? Or is it 16 when you're by yourself?
Yeah,
right now?
Yes.
14?
14.
Mine's a
Oh,
15.
14. Yours is 15. And then what
Mine's
was your,
15.
Yours is 15 as well. Okay. Well, with
9.
the 3 of you are able to
9.
hear kind of in the distance, you hear a lot of turmoil and commotion. It kind of sounds like a mob that's coming from a little bit to the west as you guys are headed south, past some buildings. You could go and take a detour and check out what all this commotion is, or you can continue to the sleeping mermaid immediately.
Let's go check out the commotion.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, did I find anything in the journal? 'Cause
Yes, as you have gone through this journal, you find that she has been taking notes. It is dated back like 5 months ago, so it is a newer journal. And her thoughts are very kind of arrogant of herself and some conflicted feelings of envy towards her mother. And as you've progressed through, you see that she is learning about this new ritual, this new ritual as a sign of worship, an alternate form of worship to the goddess Lolth, who is. You can make an Arcana check to see what you know about Lolth.
18. I got an 18.
With your 18, you've definitely heard of her. She is the dominant god, or goddess rather, of the Drow people. And the Dark Elves dominantly live underground. She kept stating that she lived in the woods. The journal does confirm this. She does live in these woods. And
Does it say the exact location, or
it sounds like there are tons of spiders, but there's no map or anything like that
Okay.
that's drawn out. But it sounds like there are tons and tons of spiders and spider webs everywhere, and that there is a coven of spider witches, and she is an apprentice, learning their ways and earning their favor.
Okay.
And she periodically does this, where she goes to a settlement and seeks out someone typically weaker, if possible, because she is still learning, and she is learning to choose an easy target and a prime target.
Okay. I'll relay that, of course, to the party. All that you said.
She
And then-
thought I was weak? That's the only question I have. Wow, okay.
Do you not remember that fight you got into? Did not go well for you.
Be like, yes, but I was without my black razor. Of course I was weak.
So you are weak then, without your weapon.
Yes. But it's only physical strength.
Well, that's what she's going based off of, so
Yes.
I think she probably...
Well, she's dead now, so she has no say.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so you guys head to the direction where the noise is coming from of the mob. It gets a little bit louder. You're now close enough. You see there is a large crowd of people, and they're kind of swarming around where the temple is that Bilborno and the other dwarves kind of run. And Bilborno and some of his clergy are on a podium, and they're talking to everybody. And Bilborno is saying, "Everybody remain calm. There's no need to panic. Only a small amount of people in the town have transformed, but we will be sure to take care of everybody who the were-sharks have taken care of. We did not know that the were-sharks were capable of transmitting their lycanthropy to the populace of this dimension. It seems that it is quite an issue, but we are working as fast as we can." And then you hear somebody shout out, "But there's a full moon coming this week! What are we going to do?" "Everybody remain calm. We will do our best. We will contain those who are for sure going to spread the contagion on the full moon, but we will do our best to take care of everybody. Everybody remain calm. We do not want to activate any more were-sharks here in the city, so keep your tempers in check." There's a lot of roaring from the crowd, a lot of angry people, but what do you guys do?
I want to yell, why not just kill the ones that are contaminated?
We will not be killing anybody. There will be no killing here in the city. Killing, no, none of this.
I want it to be as discreet, but not very discreet. If that makes sense. I was in the middle of the crowd trying to make my way.
There's some people kind of looking in your direction, kind of looking very scared, especially from seeing a person who looks part snake. So, yeah. A little bit of a nervousness and continuous glances, and people kind of trying to avoid you guys. Yeah.
I'll ask, is there a cure to this lycanthropy?
Someone near you kind of says, yes, the priests have spells that can help cure and take care of this, or that restore your body to its natural form. But if you're involved in fights with the were-sharks in the last couple of weeks, then you need to be checked.
So what happens if you're bitten by a were-shark and a werewolf? When the full moon hits, are you a furry shark?
Are you saying this very loud?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. That happens, and you hear some people kind of getting more nervous, like what? No! and
Wait, what? So what happens if you get bit by a were-shark, a were-bear, and a werewolf? What happens?
there's a lot of people getting more scared, but then a lot of people are like rolling their eyes, like come on, this doesn't matter. Some people are just getting agitated by anything, and a lot of people are just like, please, it's.
I'll go up to Bill Borno and I'll say, is there anything we can do to help you, or do you guys think you have everything under control?
You're pushing your way forward through this crowd. Mm-hmm. Okay, getting up there, and Bill Borna says, well, do you have the restoration spell?
I have
No.
lesser restoration.
Oh, good! They grab you. Come, bigger woman! Bigger woman, make you a bigger pizza tonight. Come.
I love a big pizza.
It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
You come and help us.
I'll say, yeah, how can I help? What do you need me to do?
We are bringing people inside. You and your party members are clean, yes?
Yes.
Well, no. Yeah, I'll say, well, we did fight the were-shark, so
I'm not sure.
I think we may have to get checked before.
Does this look infected to you?
So one of the clergymen come up and he performs a ritual on each of you and determines I need everybody to make 6 Constitution saving throws because you guys encountered a lot of were-sharks in your early adventures.
What do we need to make?
You guys need.
No.
Well, tell me what you make. I'll tell you. What
That's
you make.
only on one of them.
5 was the lowest.
So tell me what your
Yeah.
lowest score is.
Out of the 6?
Yeah.
Alright, so I got a 9 as my lowest, nat 20 twice.
10 was my lowest. Do you need a highest after that, or
10 was your lowest. I
yeah?
just need your lowest.
Okay.
What Constitution is that?
It's Constitution saving throws.
7, 7, no, 5, 5.
9 was my lowest.
8,
Yeah,
12.
Mine was my lowest as well.
Oh,
5.
Every one of you is infected. you come inside of the temple.
Awesome.
That's great.
Well, this has been an interesting
two.
turn of events.
So everybody's following the dwarf clergy into the temple.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys are escorted. You see that some.
One of you's been that infected.
There's a lot of locked doors, and he says, I opened this door, and you go inside. He opens a door, and you guys see who you just saw not too long ago, Tyson,
Oh, that's right.
the man with the
Yes.
dark tattoo who had just outboxed 3 different individuals in the tavern, and he's got his arms crossed. He's up in the corner, and he says, "Oh, I'm sharing I am sharing with how many of you?" And you guys come inside, and
I'll just be like, you got bit by Warthark too, huh?
I got bit by a were-shark real good.
I'm gonna. Is the clergyman still there? Or is he left already?
Oh, remain calm. We will bring a food.
Can I heal myself?
Yes, you cannot heal yourself. Yes.
Yeah. Can I do that? Can I leave if I do?
You cast this ritual. I will watch you.
Okay, I'll cast Lesser Restoration on myself and see if it works.
All right, you cast Lesser Restoration on yourself, and he performs his ritual to detect, and he says, "You are a Colleen. Come and help
Hey,
us."
do you want to heal me too?
How many can you cast a rest?
One more per rest. Well, 2 per rest. I've already cast 1 though.
You
so-
choose one of your friends.
Do any of you have?
Tyson says, "Hey, lady, you wanna help me? I'll make it worth your while."
I'm gonna ask. Does anyone here have restoration as a spell, or is it just me?
Nope. I can cure wounds. But what's the issue with lycanthropy? Like,
You would turn it into a wereshark instead of a werewolf. And then you, like a shark, you go eat all the people who are not a wereshark.
you can't control it?
It's highly improbable. It's only a matter of time, usually. Yes.
I'm going to sneak up to Erilyn and I'll be like, I've saved you 3 times. I think you owe me.
I brought you here on the back of our ponies, so
I'm gonna ask the clergyman. Is there anyone of higher importance that has gotten infected that we're aware of?
oh,
Yes,
for crying
me.
out loud!
Me, Arlen. Yes, me.
We have taken care of all of the clergy folk, but there are some town guards in one of the other cells, yes.
10 cards. So cool. Okay, I'll
Tran!
I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on Zulkul.
Yes.
And I'm gonna look him in the eye and say, don't make me
pirates.
regret this.
Sick. I don't. I won't.
You're
Yes.
gonna heal the one that wants to kill everything?
Hey, that saves
That
people.
makes sense.
No, it doesn't. And I owe him a debt. The debt is repaid.
I
One of them,
flew
yes.
you back here.
He saved me a couple more times than you, I'm sorry.
Like 2 more times then.
I died a lot, to be fair. But I promise you, as soon as I can get a rest, I will come and heal you all. And I'm going to leave before things get worse.
Billaborno, is that who's in the room right now? With us, or
No,
is it
it's,
just a
it's
clergy?
one of his clergy folk.
Check me.
I had checked you already. You were wereshark.
No, she did lesser restoration
Oh.
on me.
Yes, sorry, zoned out. So you are clean. You are clean. You may come out.
Okay, and I'm going to say I need to rest, I guess, to try and regain my spell slots. And
Go to sleep. We have a sleeping pill to help you sleep quickly.
Great. Give me the drugs.
Come. He brings you a tablet. Swallow it.
Yep.
Go to
She
sleep.
crushes it up and snorts it. She's like, I'm done.
Let's go.
You feel very sleepy, and you can sleep. Try to sleep here. You can go to one of the taverns to sleep.
I'll just sleep here so I can be there as quick as
Okay.
possible.
You sleep on the floor because all the rooms are occupied. So they
Correct.
bring out a pillow, and you just conk out right on the floor.
Nice.
Okay. Now, what are you guys doing now that you're in this room locked up with?
I'm gonna talk to
Tyson.
Tyson. Say, so I hear you're a pretty good boxer.
I'm pretty good at boxing. You know, I've been training. I'm lightning fast, and he goes like really, really fast, really strong posture, and his foot's back every time, and he's.
Since we're stuck
like
in
a
here
good
together,
display.
would you want to teach me anything? You know?
I'll teach you best I can. Are you going to multi-class into monk or barbarian? Because that's what he is.
You know what? A fighter barbarian wouldn't be too bad.
He can teach you. It's just that's a decision you can make at a later
Yeah.
time.
I
He
just think
teaches
it'd be
you,
something
if anything, to cure the boredom. Maybe in a normal circumstance,
Yeah.
he wouldn't be stopping to do this, but he's got nothing else to do right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I was doing it to begin with, because I know my guy would be bored in there.
What are the rest of you doing to kill time?
I'll be playing I'll be playing the drums that Smoggy
The
gave me.
Stumpy. Smoggy.
So I would just be practicing them.
Practicing your drums.
Is Smoggy with us?
Smoggy is not with you guys. You guys do hear a knock on the door about an hour later, and the clergyman steps in and says, "This is a nice food from a sleepy tavern, Sleepy Mermaid, paid for by your friend Smoggy." Smoggy.
I have a favor to ask you. My father is there, and I'll tell my father's name because I kind of forgot it. Could you
Tigran.
What?
Tigrin.
What a bad son.
It's been a long
Send a
couple
reminder
years.
text before D&D.
he did. Could you ask Tigrin to come here so I could talk to him? Since I can't leave?
Well, we do not want any non-infected here. That's why Smoggy no come here. But I can I will send a message that you are to let him know that you are here. We will get you out as soon as we can. Okay, so 8 hours go by. What do you, the rest of you are just sleeping, doing a long rest? What are you guys doing here?
I wanted to go. First of all, I want to roll a perception to see if I trust everybody in this room currently. As
Now,
I
you're
leave her
not
there.
you're not in the room.
No, with her. 'Cause
Oh,
she-
okay. You're in the hallway.
In the hallway, yes.
You're checking on people in the hallway.
I want to make sure that nobody's not. I want to.
You ever had a dream where you...
There are a lot of people in this
Yes,
town.
I want to see if anybody is
a busy place,
untrustworthy.
and it is a dwarf temple.
If anything, they shouldn't trust
Does it
you.
make me feel comfortable as a yawn TV?
It may not. That's why I'm leaving that to.
I will
you.
see if I. I guess I'll just stay
remember-
watch as she sleeps and she's completely knocked out. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay. So you're sleeping as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very good. 8 hours go by.
I'm back. I'm still
Now, during this time, you would have had the opportunity for one more of you. Well, let me roll a different die.
There's 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So
He's already healed.
He's already healed.
I'm going to continue it over here. You are actually restored during this time. You were awakened. You were restored, and you were let to leave the tavern. Yes.
Perfect. See you, Tyson.
I keep calling it a tavern. It is a temple that you
Yeah,
guys are in. You know, there are a lot of alcohol spirits in this place too, but for different purposes.
Dwarves know to have fun.
Okay, so Thram, so about halfway, so about 4 hours in, you're up. You exit. You see these two are sleeping in the hallway, trying to get some shut eye. What would you do during this time?
See if they're sleeping, I'll just say, alright, I'm gonna go to Sleeping Mermaid. See if I can find good old Pops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heading over to the Sleepy Mermaid, you see your dad. Let me change the ambience for this place.
You don't want angry mob.
I don't want an angry mob in this place. The nicest tavern in Thai Town. So you come in. There's some nice music playing, and you see there's a fair amount of dwarves that are here probably from your home.
Clan.
Yes. And you see you're a familiar figure of your father, and he has a monocle in one eye that helps him reading maps. He's just used to wearing it all the time. And he is in a beanbag, and he has a big flagon of some nice drink on a platter that has grapes and some meat treats on it. And he leans back and he gleams over when the door opens. He says, "Oh, son, welcome! Come over here, my boy."
I'll go over there.
He kind of leans back in his beanbag and he pushes himself up best as he can,
I know that lean.
popping out of his beanbag chair, and he says, "You've been sleeping quite nicely."
But we have. Did they... Well, yeah. I'll show you our rooms in a little bit, but we can stay here and talk. Or we can go up to other rooms and talk if you would prefer.
Is it just you? I was told that you traveled with a party these days of adventurers.
I do, but most of them are infected with lycanthropy at the moment, so
Ooh,
yeah, we have to wait for them to get cured.
that does not sound good.
Nope.
And
I'm
this-
cured now, though, so we're
This
fine.
isn't like the Fenrir's Knights, right? The Fenrir's Knights are renowned heroes and respected by our clan.
No, these are were sharks, so I don't want to turn into a shark.
No, that doesn't
No.
sound good.
Not at all.
But you're clean, eh?
Yep, I
Oh.
got a clean bill of health from Bill Bornell's staff and clergymen over there. So.
Well, excellent. You wanted to show me your rooms.
Yeah, sure. Let's. I'll take up on. I'll talk to. What's her name? The barkeep.
There's DeJorna.
DeJorna.
She
yeah.
runs this town. Yes.
I'll plop some gold on the counter. I'll say, can you send up some food and what's the food that give you extra HP or an extra attack and like that?
There's the Kraken's Rump restaurant, which is adjacent to this tavern.
Oh, we have to go there. Gotcha.
You could order room service.
All right. I'll ask her to send up some of that stuff and some of the best ale that they have, and we'll go on up.
we cannot do that. We will send you some good food. All right,
Perfect, thank you.
And she'll bill you after. So you and your father begin to make their way. He says, "Bill, come help me." And the dwarf who was with you earlier, B.
Sup, B?
He says, "Sure," and he goes and he picks up something that is quite heavy and in a very heavy box that he picks up.
Do you want some help, Bill?
And he says, Bill says, well, sure. I mean, you can handle this. And he hands you the box. It's for you after all. And Tigran says, oh, you're not supposed to tell him. You're not supposed to tell me boy this thing. So then Bill says, oh, whoops, my fault.
All right, I'll
He says, well,
grab it.
let's have you open it. You don't have to drag this box around any longer. Bill spoiled half the fun. He kind of glares at Bill, and Bill looks down.
That's like, it's okay. I think you're happy with that drawing anyway, so I'll just open it up before anything else happens.
Bill kind of says, oh yeah. And he turns around and pull out his drawing and check it out. So you open up this box that has a hinge lid, so you can check out what's inside, and you see there's a flail inside, and it gives off a soft red glow. Tigran
Alright.
says, "I was saving this for when you were going to graduate. You're training with the humans, but I hear that didn't work out so good."
Yeah, not really. No, we're definitely. I'll tell you, but you should probably keep this to yourself so they don't come after you guys as well. But we're not part of the Purifiers anymore.
I see.
They're very bad people.
They are falling into their old ways again, purifying people.
The group that I was with, one of the guys definitely was. They broke off from the main Purifiers and they were going back to how they were, and let's just say they're not alive anymore.
Oh, that is bad news. I was assured time and time again by Dorenicus and Belfell and Samica, time and time again, that they were on their mends, trying to make more peace with the surrounding races and surrounding peoples.
The core of them might be, but there's a lot that are questioning that, I think.
Bad
And so,
news. I know one of the voices on their council, their great council that runs their society, unfortunately is in some ill health, and there's a lot of conflict about what direction they're going to go as a country, as a nation. So I'm proud of you, son. I think you did the right thing in leaving. Honestly, from your letters, I wasn't too sure what to think.
you know, I'd always choose family over anything else. That's one of the main reasons that I went.
Well, take a look at your gift. Let me tell you about it. So you pull out this flail, and he says, "Now there's a switch right here," and he shows you that there's a button basically, and you push this button at the top of the flail, and he says, "If you push this and tear it out, it will begin a detonation." And what it'll do is the flail chain will begin to burn itself up into nothing until it gets to the flail head. When it gets to the flail head will explode, creating a lot of fire and shrapnel everywhere. And then your flail handle is what you hold on to. That will actually respawn over a period of time, sprout a new flail head that you can use again. So it's something good to use.
Awesome.
So this is called Fire Burst Flail +1, and you would use a bonus action where you press the button on the flail. It's not a bonus action; it's a free action to dislodge itself. Once it's dislodged, that fuse begins, and if it explodes, and if the target is not very intelligent, they're not going to know that it's about to burst, but otherwise it's going to have a lot of energy pulsing in and out of it, and it's going to stick to like a goat head. It's going to stick to them, and
Like, can I hit it into somebody and press the button?
that's the idea. You should be
Okay.
doing that. You can use it in a few different ways,
Basically.
but if they have a high intelligence, they might remove it because it's going to begin to pulse and heat up quickly. But if it does explode, it explodes for a lot of damage, dealing 8d8 fire damage in a 40-foot area. But this doesn't detonate until the end of the target's turn, so they do have
A full
a few
turn.
seconds to react to it. If it's a monster that doesn't know better anyway, it's going to work every time. But if it's on a smart character, they might suspect.
I'm assuming. Will I get affected by that if I'm in the area?
You
Or
will. So this is great for hitting somebody and
Getting out.
getting out. Yeah.
Okay. or going into ethereal plane.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, that would be good too.
Or you could throw it, right? Like hold the button down and it flies off.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if that
I
would.
would say you could do that as an action. The perk of the other way is that you can do an attack with everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah,
cool.
you're welcome to do that as well. Okay.
Like tomahawk it.
Says, I heard that from your letters that your red mare, I believe you called it Midnight Flame,
Yes.
granted you a measure of fire resistance, but if you're not completely immune to fire, I wouldn't recommend being in the blast radius.
That's fair. I'm definitely not immune to fire by any means, but with Midnight Flame's help, I'm sure that I'll be able to get out of that area no matter what. So
Very good. I trust you. Don't blow yourself up, me boy.
if I don't, I'm gonna end up like one of our friends' dads.
One of your friends' dads? What happened to one of your friends' dads?
Well, his name is Smoggy, but let's just say we can call him Stumpy now. He doesn't have any
dear.
arms below his elbows.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet this Smoggy.
You would probably like him. He's another dwarf.
Oh, well, all of us dwarves like each other. Hopefully.
He's the reason I say you'd like him, not because I know all dwarves don't like each other, but the reason I think you'd like him is because he likes to learn stuff. So
Oh, good.
I think
I like to learn stuff too.
That's my point exactly.
I've been making new maps. I've had to. Unfortunately, we had an incident not too long ago, about a month ago. The dwarves dug into another mine. We were digging our own way into the Underdark, and we dug our way into someone else's mine. It belonged to the Duergar that used to inhabit the keep that was taken back by Fenrir's Knights some years ago. And we've had a bit of an ongoing feud between us and the Duergar, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
So, but right now we have it under control, so nothing to worry about.
No Duergar exterminations needed right now.
But on the bright side, once it's over, I'll have a new place to make a new map for.
I'll pull out that map and I'll say, does this look familiar? Like, this looks almost like your work because it was really nicely done.
Let me have a look. Well, this wasn't made by dwarves, it doesn't quite look like, but it is a quite well made map. I usually stick to making maps of the underground, which is a fairly different kind of map because
That's true.
we have ups and downs in our maps. And this map
that's
is
true.
just for the surface, but it is a wonderful map, and I think you'll read it quite well.
Fair enough. All right.
Well, how about a drink, me boy? I think you've earned it.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm on vacation for a couple days, so
Well, let's go up to my room and you can enjoy that. I'll have Trevor, that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor can come up and sing some songs if you want, or if you don't want any entertainment, then we can just talk.
I
What do you
think
prefer?
that all sounds excellent. Let's do some of both.
All right, and I'll see if I can see Trevor and I'll wave him over. And do I see Trevor? Let's see. Do I see Trevor? I probably see Trevor.
You see Trevor, and he is telling a story to a couple of young elves. It seems in the far corner, telling a story. Yes.
Perfect. I'll try and get his attention,
He says, "Oh, Master Threm!
and I'll hold up 5 gold.
Oh!"
I'll go like this, and I'll be like, "Come on!" I'll put it in between my fingers, and I'll say, "Let's go."
Trevor immediately turns to the 2 elf children. And then the 3 bears and Goldilocks all got along, and they lived happily ever after. See ya, kids! And he goes into Trevor.
Until next time.
Trevor
Story time with
leaves
Trevor.
and follows the gold and Master Thram and his adoptive father Tigrin off to their quarters. Now, on a side note, right as all this is about to go down, I need to bring out my storybook. Okay, so back in the quarters of Thram, we have a story time with Trevor. And Trevor sits down with a storybook and he says, "Okay, let me pull out a story and I think you guys will like this one." And he starts to read. He says, "Giltor, the half-elf, half-minotaur's shoulders rippled with each swing of his axe as he began to fell the thick tree. Shiara, the angel diva, blushed as she imagined herself being held in his tree trunk arms. wrong story. I'm sorry. This is something private I'm working on. So I have.
I'll tell Bill. I was like, hey, Bill, show him that picture. Maybe that'll get his creative juices flowing.
Bill just blushes. He says, "Quiet your mouth, boy." And Trevor says, "Okay, I have a new story I just obtained from the Purifiers about Ren and the Bloody Pulper. It's a spooky, scary story. I also have a story about the last dance of Illustrae and the liberation of Tidetown available. What shall I read to you?"
Well, I don't want to hear about the Bloody Pulpery right now because we want to be happy. So let's do the liberation of Tidetown.
Oh, excellent! So he begins to tell you a story about the oppression of the giants many years ago and how that pertained and related to Tidetown and what they went through, and then being liberated by Fenrir's knights from the Alliance. And during this time, the elf, who is now called High Lord Frantif, was secretly in another dimension within Tidetown, teaching a wide variety of townsfolk in secret the art of magic, and forming a powerful network of spellcasters who currently reside in Axiopio today. While this is all taking place, rest happens. There was a lot of boredom in this room, and 4 more hours go by, and
Is there like lots of alcohol? I need lots of
there
alcohol.
there is not a lot of alcohol available right now because of all
He's
the
getting
crowds.
angry.
Yeah. I'm
So
trying to get
Morad's
really
getting
fidgety.
very fidgety. And we're gonna... Okay, Morad, they come in and you are cured of your lycanthropy.
All right. I'm going to run out to the closest bar.
8 hours is full rest.
This is now 8 hours. Right as you're rushing out, you guys awaken to loud footsteps of Morad saying, "Oh, thank the gods!" And he just bolts out, bolts out of the temple. And you two are awoken, and 8 hours have gone by. You both feel like you have your spells and abilities back.
I'm gonna be like, Murad, where are you headed, sir?
I need my drink.
Well, I'm gonna go into the room and say, who still needs to be healed?
I
Just
guess
you
us
two?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just you two. Tyson says, "Someone better heal me real fast. That was your first."
I'm gonna kind of look at him and be like, sorry, we have something to take care of, and I'll heal these two. Well, yeah,
You two are healed, and you're just getting the eyes from Tyson, and he's stepping around. He's doing air fists in the air, practicing, and
He's gonna freaking fuck me up, dude.
you all have left this room, and you guys exit the temple. There is a little bit less people outside, but not quite that much, and you guys are free to go where you would like at this time. Smoggy says, "Oh my goodness, that took forever." And he jumps up from a barrel that he was sitting on, and he's ready to follow you guys again.
I think we should head to the mayor's office. Was that not one of the portions of what we needed to do?
Yes, but we should probably grab Thram and
Murad?
Murad.
I'm pretty sure Murad is going to be incapacitated for a little while.
One more
There's no
thing,
dragging it from him.
as you wake up, Arlen, you wake up and underneath your pillow you feel like there's something hard underneath it, and you pick up the pillow that you had, and there is a sickle. Okay.
Or, okay.
You see the sickle, and a faint shadow is coming off of it, and it feels reminiscent and similar to something that coincides with your god and his domain. So this might be very well from your deity, your patron.
Alrighty. I'm gonna... I'll deal with that later. We'll go to the mayor's office for now.
Okay, you pick up the sickle.
Yep, I'm gonna just pick it up and I'm gonna put it on my back and we'll just not talk to anyone about it for now.
Okay, alright. So you guys are heading to the Sleeping Mermaid first, is that correct?
Yeah, to
Yeah.
go.
To meet up with Thram.
Thram.
Okay. You guys head in and ask around. You are told by Gloric, who says, "Hey, yes, your buddy came in earlier, Thram, and he's at the quarters that you guys have been renting. By the way, a couple more nights left, and then I think we're balanced out. Okay."
I will not go up to go get Thram. I'm going to go to the restaurant and get food.
Okay. Very good.
I'm getting the fish.
The snake eye special.
You
That was
only
amazing.
rolled critical failures.
You remember the gold cost on your favored meal? I can look it up.
30 gold pieces? No,
Jeez.
that's not right.
I was gonna say like 5 or 10.
I had it written down.
2 or 3.
I think most of them were 10, 15, around there.
Let's say 10.
I'll pull it up. So you guys head in that direction. And you go over to the room and you guys hear a story being told to the party about the liberation of Tidetown. And so you guys meet as a party into your suite at the Umberlee's House of Pleasures suite. And Zulkul, you are getting a meal.
Yes.
Yes. So you guys come in and in walks the rest of your party. Thram.
So who all? You and you two, right? That's your
You're still at the bar.
So he went to the restaurant.
I'm at the bar.
But you're
Well,
at the
but-
bar here?
Probably, I would
was the closest
assume.
one.
Okay, so we'll Sleeping Mermaid, and we'll see you've gone to that bar, and so you're at the Kraken's Rump, or you can be in the tavern getting served by a.
Bar
You can be in
wench?
either order. There's going to be the same alcohol available. In
Okay,
there.
well then I'd probably go to the one that we had the arrangements with.
Okay,
The Sleeping Mermaid.
you got the Sleeping Mermaid in,
Yep.
and you wanted the giant crab claw, which was 15 gold pieces. So in walks
These three.
And Smoggy.
these three.
And Smoggy.
Yes.
That's the HP, right?
I'll just be like, "Hi, how's everybody feeling? It looks like, well, you two are probably feeling better now because
Yes.
you're here, not in that cell with Tythone."
Yeah, Tyson's still in the cell. He's not too happy.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna try and fight me.
I hope it does. That would be a good fight.
I think I could probably manage. I don't know
Probably
though. I'd rather not risk it right now.
Do I see Smoggy? Is he behind everybody?
Smoggy comes in and Tigran says, "Oh, you must be Smoggy, who I've heard so much about. And you all must be the new friends of my son, Thram. I am Tigran, and I am Thram's daddy."
And I approve this message.
I'll say hi. Hey, I'm Marilyn. Nice to meet you. I guess I haven't heard
Nice
much
to
about
meet you. You are the biggest woman I've ever seen.
I get that a lot. Yeah. Thanks.
And I'll say, and I'm Gilby. Smoggy is my father as well. As you can see, it's similar to Thram's story.
Smoggy says, "Yep, this is me boy," and he taps you with his elbow, and yes, you all become acquainted. And as you guys are talking and conversing for a bit, Tigran says to Smoggy, he says, "You know, we back where I come from at the stronghold of the dwarves, Battle Axe, we have very good knowledge of dealing with prosthetics and enchanting of limbs because mining accidents and encounters with the underground, it is an important tool for us to have in our arsenal. If you should come with me, and I heard that some funds were being raised from my son here, Thram, for your limbs, and you should have them check it out." And Smoggy says, "That's a good idea. I haven't visited that direction ever. I would be honored." So, Smoggy also, during your guys' interactions, he takes you aside, Gilby, and he says, "You know, Gilby, I've been thinking. I promised you and your party, that I would serve you the best that I can, and I think I'd do a better job with these limbs, and I think I should take up my reading hobby again, and maybe I could help you, and I can visit libraries and gather information on any entities, any creatures with weaknesses or strengths that you should know about, like the Remmerhaz fight with the fire, being fire resistance and that it burrows and things like that. I have a pretty good knowledge as it is, but I can be a researcher of sorts for the group if you think that would be a good use."
That would be great. Any help is great. Smoggy, thank you.
He lightens up as he's excited for a chance to be useful at something that he enjoys, and you guys carry on with your time. Murad, you've been drinking. Are you aiming to get drunk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. You willingly pull yourself into enough cups so that you are drunk. How hammered and how drunk are you aiming for?
I think that requires a D4 to tell.
Yeah, it might, actually. Not very.
Not very. Okay, let's see how you do with your judgment. So let's do a wisdom saving throw to see how you do.
That will be a 14.
With your 14, you're able to get about as tipsy as you're wanting, trying to stifle some of your previous thoughts and just seeking a new way of thinking. As you've gone through a fairly recent series of thoughts and questions about your life and your upbringing that you haven't shared with anybody yet. And that is why you've been seeking this time alone and this drink. And over to Zulkul, you finish your meal, you feel invigorated, you feel a deeper part of your spiritual side is enhanced, and that's where you gain that extra spell slot. And the party, you were able to, as it is nighttime, you're all quite sleepy. Would you all like to do a long rest? For those of you who have not had the opportunity, what would you guys like to do? It is about midnight right now.
Might as well. I'll ask Trevor if during the night if he can get my armor cleaned up and repaired like he did the last time.
Of course, Master Thram, I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
Now ask, when is the next full moon? Just so we are
The next
aware.
full moon, they tend to be a little bit unpredictable in our region, and especially since Gloombreach came out. But we believe that we have a full moon coming this week. You guys actually hear a knock on the door, and Trevor says, if you like, I can answer that for you guys. And he gets up and offers and goes and opens the door. There is an elf who is in a cloak, a moon elf who has pale skin, dark hair. He steps in and he says, "Greetings, I am Tios. I come from Axiopio, and I have a message that is meant for, I believe, you might be the party I am looking for. I am looking for party members Nareda, Gilby, and what are the rest of your names so that I can confirm that I am giving the secretive note to the right party."
I'm Thram.
Thram,
I'm Erilyn.
Erilyn,
I'm Murad.
Murad.
I'm Zulkul.
That is the correct answer I am looking for. He says, "I do not know who gave me this note. I was paid a good amount of gold to not ask questions and not see any faces. And I am told that I am to give this to you. Who would like it?" You two are coming for it. You guys can make a dex saving throw to see who
Not
gets
me.
it.
What did you get?
What did you
I got an 8.
I got a 10.
Yes, you grabbed it first.
Just ahead of it, Thram, you take it and you open it and read it to the group. And this is a secretive note that is talking about a blood moon that is coming in a few days. And that during the light of a blood moon, there should be a secret entrance to a dungeon. And it gives, also attached as a map, of a location that is pretty close to Gloombreach and just south a little ways of the hobgoblin city known as Bloodrock. And in this area, this dungeon will open that should be full of treasure. It is ideal for adventurers. It proclaims ideal for adventurers to obtain treasure as well as to obtain an artifact before anyone else that will help turn the tide against the undead. And as well as strengthen whatever kingdom is in possession of this ancient artifact that is at the very end of this dungeon.
Sounds like we need to go.
Does sound slightly important.
The elf Tios is on his way. He has left as you guys are reading through this information.
Oh, I wanted to ask him where do you hail from?
I live in Axiopio.
Are you of any? If you don't mind me asking, why did they send you?
I am a messenger by trade.
Oh.
This was a secretive message. They are fairly rare in my line of work, but I suppose they're not terribly uncommon, I should say. They happen once in a while. Secret messages. But your message isn't my business, so I'll get out of your hair unless you have a message for me to send to anyone that you know.
I think we're good. Thank you.
Okay, he leaves. Okay, is the party going to rest? Is the party going to converse some more? What are you guys looking to do at this time?
Before we rest, can I pull Gilby aside and ask him? I'm just gonna ask you, could you identify this for me? And I'll pull out the sickle and see if he can help me understand what it is.
Okay, and I'll identify it for you.
You cast Identify on this sickle. It is called the Shadow Sickle. It is a +1 weapon, and what it does in the hands of a paladin of Kelemvor is it grants a reach to this weapon. It is not as powerful as if you had used, say, a longsword or an axe, hand axe, but it is a D6 weapon, but it grants you a reach via a shadow. So you basically are swinging this small sickle, and what happens is a large shadow with a 20-foot reach,
Oh shoot!
Wow.
a large scythe comes in, and you make it ranged, not ranged, it is a reach attack. And so what that'll do is you can keep a distance while still smiting, but the dice is slightly lower at a D6.
It's pretty nice.
Ooh,
And it is a +1 weapon.
Yeah, no, I remember
Seeing that we're going to be going on another potentially long adventure, I'm going to go take a bath.
Good call. You were all stinky.
I shed my skin.
You molt in the bath?
You shed your skin and you take a bath. Okay.
Yeah, I do it in the bath.
I believe the
I just
bath
leave my
is
skin
2
in the
gold
bath.
pieces per person. These are nice baths with essential oils and attendants. So everybody mark off 2 gold pieces off your character sheets if you're doing the bath. Anybody not taking a bath?
please take a bath.
Rod's probably not going to take a bath.
Rouse all natural.
Yeah.
I'm all shiny and glowy now
I'll
that I've molted.
pay you to take a bath. I'll pay for your bath. How about
My
this?
skin
won't matter.
is so
I will have them deliver a barrel of ale in your bath if you just take a bath. Not a flagon,
barrel
a
of
barrel. A full barrel.
Okay, no, I'll take a bath.
Okay. And I'm like, how much is a barrel of ale? What's the cheapest barrel of ale you have?
Our cheapest barrel of ale would be 40 gold pieces.
Done. He smells like sheep.
They cart in a small barrel that's about this tall and about this wide, escorted to the Umberly House of Pleasure suite. Okay, very good.
That's the 40 gold I've ever spent in my life.
Murad takes the bath as well.
I'm sure Gilgamesh will be thankful for that.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who you're talking about.
Tysara the sea elf plays on her harp and sings some songs to the bath area. There are several like cubicle baths. Basically, you all have a curtain. You're welcome to drape for privacy.
no curtain.
You can keep the curtain open. Keep the curtain open.
He's just gonna be like,
I mean, like, narrator's already seen it all. It doesn't matter.
Playing your harp, smiling, and yeah. Okay. Okay, so the party, you are all welcome to do your rest, and then wake up, and you're welcome to do the breakfast as well if you want, for the special meal effect for the adventure.
No.
Okay, so if you need prices on those meals again, remember the crab claw, I believe we already did for Zulkul, that was 15 gold.
20 copper pieces?
what was the one for the extra attack?
15 gold pieces. The extra attack, I believe, was the...
Oh, but that gives you a level of exhaustion, isn't it? Because it's heavy? Or is that
no, that was a different one.
Okay, good.
So the extra attack was the lemon bass,
That's right.
and that is just 7 gold pieces.
What about the extra HP?
Perfect.
The extra HP,
That's
there is a there is a fried calamari for extra HP, and I'm upgrading it a little bit. It'll give you 15 temporary HP, but 1 level of exhaustion.
that's the one.
This is a very hearty meal, the most hearty, and that's why you get the HP, but you also get sleepy.
Okay. I'll just take a crab then.
Could I get
Okay.
some lemon bass, please?
Sure can.
The
The lemon bass is 7 gold. The extra spell slot one that is the crab claw giant crab claw for 15 gold pieces.
So what you want.
So extra, what? So
That's what I went with.
Does that mean I get like an extra spell slot for what level?
First level spell slot.
Okay.
All right, everybody taken care of with all of those stats. You also all get another 5 temporary HP from just sleeping in the Sleepy Mermaid Inn. Okay.
Before we head out, party members, we need to see the mayor before we do anything
True.
else.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
I agree.
To the mayor.
Does Trevor? I'm assuming I get my armor back from Trevor. And it's
Yeah,
nice
Trevor
and-
gives you this glistening, beautiful armor.
I'll tip him another couple of gold pieces for it.
So, thank you, Master Crumb. Always a pleasure.
I'm making this kid a fortune.
I'm gonna have a good retirement. At this rate. Okay, so carrying onward, you guys are getting ready to go speak with the mayor, and there's one more thing. So you guys get ready to leave this place, and a young married couple approach you guys, and they go and they pull aside narrator and they say, "Excuse me," because they're elves themselves, so they're comfortable speaking with you, and they say, "Are you guys adventurers? Are you guys if you have the coin, we think we might have a magical item that we found on our travels that wouldn't be of much use to us, but we're interested in selling it to some adventurers who help protect Tidetown."
Okay, what is that? What is that?
Well, this is it. And they pull this stone out of the pouch, and he lifts it up, the husband, and it begins to orbit around his head. He says, "It makes you more skillful. We found someone identified it for us and appraised it, and we paid some gold to someone to identify it, and it increases someone's skill." So what this translates to is it increases somebody's proficiency score by 1.
Wow.
Sick.
And it takes up your helmet equipment slot, is what it
I don't speak Elvish, so I don't understand a word that you're saying.
We heard this should have a market value of about 3,000 gold, though. I don't know if you guys have that kind of money. I don't know what money you guys have, but I know if you guys combine your money,
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
certainly can afford it.
I mean,
But it is
for an
I've got a
assassin, the
decent-
very
proficiency
nice-
score is really nice. No, I'm not gonna lie.
for anybody. It's a very nice item. Everybody uses proficiency.
Nobody knows what's going on, Narita. You're the only one that
Yeah.
knows what's
You're the
going
only one because everybody looks very intimidating, and you're a sea elf, and they're elves.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to talk with my party members and see what we can do.
Okay, we'll just wait over here in the corner. And they go and they walk away and they leave and they try not to look at you guys, but they periodically glance, thinking they might have somebody who maybe could afford it.
Okay.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but
That's a big bonus.
That's a huge bonus.
massive bonus.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tell everyone.
How much money does everybody have? Because
I'm at 24 right
I
now.
have 16.
I'm at
I've got
17.
18.
I'm happy to. You have 19? Well, I think for your mental scarring that I have provided to you, I will give you 1,100 gold pieces. So
Only
you
1,100
purchase
for
this.
that. That's kind that's never gonna go away, my friend.
I give you what you need. You will be at 0, but it would be sufficient enough to purchase the item if you wish to have it.
And if there's things that you need on the way, don't feel like just 'cause
The
you
party
don't have
will
any
still
gold,
help
we'll
you.
make sure that we
Take
help you
care of
out. Like, if there's potions or things like that, we'll make sure that you're covered if that's what you're worried about. But
This party is more of a family than my family is to me.
that's
So,
why he wanted you to watch and do it. Share
Yeah,
the
you're
experience.
I didn't actually want that. I did not even know she was in there.
Bill and Tigran are talking to each other, and Bill's like, "Man, you told me, Tigran, that somebody here needed some horseshoes, and ain't nobody here needing horseshoes. I'm gonna sell these magic horseshoes somewhere, but it's not gonna be here. We gotta go to another.
Do I hear that?
Horseshoes?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Bill, hey, buddy. Come here. I gave you that picture. That picture cost me 20 gold. What are these magic horseshoes you're talking about?
These are magic horseshoes. I don't think they would help a flying mount, though. They're meant for someone who hits the ground.
Like a devil
Like all
Just kidding.
Well, it's like
Get to
it may not help Marty, but I know of somebody that has a unicorn.
Oh, a unicorn?
Yeah, have you ever seen one of those?
Oh, no.
How much are you trying to sell them for?
Well, I was hoping to sell these for 1,200 gold. They should increase the speed of the mounts drastically.
I bet he might be able to pay 1,000, but he may let you ride on his unicorn if you do it for
I
1,000.
don't want to ride no unicorn.
You'll want to ride this one.
Unless it's a bear or a pig, I don't want no part of it.
What about a dinosaur?
How about a goat?
You want to ride a goat?
I don't want to ride a dinosaur unless it's a goat dinosaur.
What kind of goat dinosaur are you? What are you talking about?
He starts daydreaming. He's like, I wonder if I could commission that Simon guy to draw us one.
Well, oh yeah, he's thinking in his head, so I wouldn't know. Oh, dang.
He
Fair enough.
mutters something about Simon can draw it.
Well, I'll just be like, if you want Simon to draw something, it's gonna have big features on it.
Bill's like,
Oh my god! I was like, Bill, what do you say? I bet I could get him to do it for 1,000. Will you sell him for 1,000?
1,000. Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, that is really good. That is 21.
Not against his natural 20. So Bill says, you know, I'm really firm about this. Oh, because we're family, I'll knock off 50 gold. But
All right, I'll be like, Murad, come here. I might have something for Galadesh.
All right, let's see it.
he takes out these horseshoes. Says these should increase the speed, maybe even close to doubling the speed of a horse, a regular horse.
Even while mounted.
You could try. I haven't ridden a horse before.
I'm gonna nudge him like, Bill, you gotta be a better salesman than this.
It's kind of wasn't a very good. Dwarves don't usually ride horses. Maybe a pony.
Knowing the craftsmanship of dwarves, it'll be good.
No.
I'm asking because your friend here. I'm asking for 1150.
I'll take it.
Wonderful, and he takes the horse. He says, "I'll even put it on your horse for free. I
I'm
brought
gonna
the
leave
tools to help the sale."
Sweet. Amount is down by the docks.
Down by the docks. All right. So he walks with you guys. You guys leaving the tavern.
Hold on, did we buy that?
Yeah.
She needs to.
So the family's the married couple is waiting in the corner.
Yeah, so I'm gonna set your money.
Okay, there's my 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. This'll help get our a future for us. We think so.
You think? I mean,
That's a lot
extravagant.
of gold. That's a lot of gold.
You'll live better than just about anywhere
very,
else you know.
Very lucky find that they found that and didn't have to fight someone for it. So they give you this ion stone, and then you take it up and it orbits. Now orbits your head, and your proficiency score goes up by 1, which affects a lot. A lot of things. So
I'm gonna
here's
lean
the,
down to
D&D.
Bill.
But that changes.
These are what the ion stones look like. It's only one of these.
So yeah, change that to 3.
Here's the card, and we can get you, of course, a card holder sheet for magic items for anybody who needs one.
I'm gonna lean down to Bill
Yeah,
and be
I'm
like,
gonna start
think of how many paintings and drawings you can commission from Simon with that money.
he laughs with you. All right, so you guys now leave.
Yes.
The Sleeping Mermaid Inn. And you guys are signaling next to your signaling.
We're gonna go to the
Tyson Waterbeard
Oh yeah,
and
so it's 2 plus your horseshoe commission.
Yep.
and Gaelteg, who are coming towards you guys. You guys don't really only need Tyson Waterbeard, but so he comes up, and Galadesh is on the ferry, and you see Galadesh, and you see Shadowquill, and you see Sobek, who is sleeping flat on the large ferry, and Galadesh and Shadowquill are on the other side with Tyson Waterbeard, and he gets you guys close, and the Bill takes out his tools, and he says, "Okay, horse, okay, unicorn," and he's like trying to approach Galadesh, and Galadesh kind of looks at you, and he's like, "What is happening?"
I'll tell Galadesh that this will make you faster.
Okay. So Galadesh lets Bill work and hammer in the horseshoes into his hooves, and
I'm gonna lean
Galadesh.
over to him and I'm like, when he's done, have him give him a little kick. Just a little kick. Just a little one. Make sure they work, right?
I'll tell Galadesh as soon as they're done, give him a try.
Bill is very nervous. He's like, "Good horsey, good unicorn." And he's carefully hammering in all of these horseshoes, and then when he gets done, he stands. He goes, "Okay, my work here," and then he gets hammered
Y'all just
into the
blamed
water.
him.
And there's a big old splash. He gets up and he spits out salt water. Bad unicorn. unicorn! I can't swim! I've never been in the water before!
I'll go help him out, and I'll be laughing the whole time.
You help Bill
I'll
up,
help Bill out.
and you pull him out of the water. He's very heavy with his armor. And 'cause he's a
Well,
guard.
seems like they work.
He's spitting out solid. And he says, I'll remember this. He kind of chuckles. Bram. Okay, so you guys are headed to the mayor's nest,
Yes,
is that right?
Yep.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break as we head over to the mayor.
What's up, beholders? I am Andres Cardenas. I play Zukul Izuza. He is a Yuan-Ti who comes from the Underdark. He was actually cast out from his domain simply for the reason of having too much emotions. His family didn't like that, and Yuan-Tis don't show emotions at all. Before he was cast out, he was given a weapon which is called the Black Razor. This Black Razor gives him the ability to be a hex blade. And from there, he goes around stabbing everything he possibly can to take souls, stabbing other things if you watched the last episode. After he was given his Black Razor, he went and he actually reluctantly joined the Purifiers because the Purifiers kind of saved him a little bit. But from there, he was introduced to Zeta. Zeta is his blue drake, it is his mount, and best friend in this case. Both of them have then gone on to meet all the rest of the party, and that is where we are at.
And welcome back, beholders, from our break. So the party is on their way to the mayor's to get a permit and to check on residency options for Tytown. You guys make it over to the mayor's office, and he is outside and he is sitting on his porch smoking a pipe, leaning back after a long, stressful day of mob control. And he says, "Oh, what can I do for the ex-purifiers?"
Well, we've got a couple of questions and requests for you, if that's okay. I know you probably had a hectic day. We weren't imprisoned, but we were in cells with Tyson for a little while because, yeah, we got bit by some more sharks while we were helping defend Tidetown. But we wanted to see, some of our mounts have troubles getting in and out of the water on their rafts that they're on right now, the platforms.
The ferries, yes.
Ferries. So we wanted to see if we could get a permit to build stuff.
Yes, I was spoken to
Tyson said.
before, yes, by your ferryman.
Yeah.
I think that is a reasonable request, and you guys have been doing good things for the town, so yeah, I'll sign the permit and
Thank you.
talk to them about costs. I won't have anything to do with that.
That's fair.
Anything else for me?
We also wanted to see, since we are staying here, of course, more frequently when we're not out trying to do things to help out here, we want to see if there's any option for us to buy a house. So we don't have to stay at the Sleepy Mermaid the whole time. We love the Sleepy Mermaid, but it's getting rather expensive.
I think that's a great idea. Can I make a request? Let's get you a residency. Maybe you either have to blend in as purifiers if purifiers come asking if they see your mounts, or you have to try to avoid them, maybe have them not see your mounts, and maybe get the motifs on your armor altered by a blacksmith. Couple options. Either way are doable. The easier one would be to pretend that you are purifiers here on vacation. Just try not to interact with other purifiers on vacation while you're here if you can.
I think most of the purifiers by now would know that we're wanted, to be completely honest with you. So the other option of us just, I mean, even if we saw them, we wouldn't interact with them, period, but trying to get things altered so that we don't look as much like purifiers would probably be for the best. So
Very well. I'll happily grant your request either way. I'll have someone from the real estate guild come and speak with you guys at one of the taverns with some options.
excellent. Thank you.
Have a good one. He leans back and he closes his eyes as if he's drifted off back to sleep.
All right.
Alright, so you guys are headed out of Tide Town. Following the map, you guys are going from Tide Town, which is here, up, crossing the water, getting onto the mainland, and going up to about right around here is where our adventures will be headed. I would like to see the group's party formation.
You know where I'm at, baby, in the middle.
I'll be in the front. I'll be in the front with him as well.
We'll have a V in the front.
I'll just be
Trees.
circling, kind of in the air.
Well, are we on the ferry still, or are we just walking?
You guys right now are going to be traveling through the woods. And
Okay, then
that
I'll
is
be
the
aerial as
formation.
well, just because it will make more sense to have people looking out. Do you want to be looking up in front, or do you want to be keeping watch from behind?
I'm fine with either. I'll be up front.
I'll be up above, but in the back, making sure we're not being followed and stuff like that.
Are you in the front? And you're here in the middle?
Yeah, he said he
I'm in the
wanted to
middle.
be in the middle,
Okay.
which there's kind of the middle, kind of
Kind of not.
not.
Kind of the back.
Yeah.
I want to be surrounded by my peers.
You're
Sucks.
There's not. Yeah.
All right. So as you guys are headed through the woods, let me get a perception check from Thram. Nope. From Arlen, and yeah, let's do Arlen for now.
Okay. This is a 13.
It is a 13. Okay. And then perception checks from
Gilby.
Gilby and from Murad and from Narita.
Ooh, that's good. Perception. 24.
18.
5.
He's still a little hungover.
Who got the 18?
I got
I brought alcohol.
I got
with me.
24.
You
24
still got
from
that
Gilby.
big old barrel.
Gilby, you hear some chatter, and you swear you hear what sounds kind of like goblins speak. Coming in the direction that you guys are headed for your map.
Do I know if are goblins typically more friendly, or are they pretty?
Usually very, these days, in this time period versus the old campaign, they're less organized than they used to be. There's actually 1/3 of Bloodrock, their outpost, their city, got displaced when the Gloombreach dimension invaded into your dimension. So there's actually a big gaping hole where the west side of Bloodrock, the Goblin City, used to be. And so that is displaced and kind of caused a lot more chaos, as well as a lot of rejection based on your campaign choices. A lot of rejection from the core civilization in the area from the other races towards the end of the campaign. So they tend to be in their own tribes right now, and there's not a whole lot of organization. They tend to function right now a lot as bandits.
Okay. So I'll kind of just let the party know and let them know, hey, it sounds like goblins in where we're headed. There's some goblins chattering. I don't know if anybody wants to scout ahead for us, and we wait here well, so we can make sure how many goblins there are, and if they're probably going to be hostile towards us, but maybe we can talk through something.
I can go to the ethereal plane and scout ahead, see what I can find.
Okay.
Does that
Good
work
option.
with y'all?
Phase drain. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm gonna do that.
Erlen, you head in the direction ahead, and moving very quickly in the ethereal plane, you and Azrael make a perception check again now that you see.
Well, that's a 3.
With your 3, you do spot, initially you spot a huge, you thought Sobek was big, you spot a huge Tyrannosaurus Rex. And there is a saddle on its back as if someone rides it, much like how Sobek is ridden by Gilby. And you see a whole bunch of hobgoblins, and they have a handful of prisoners that are tied up. And you see blood is dripping down the jaws of the T-Rex. And you hear one of the hobgoblins shout, "Yes, feed, Trexie, feed!"
Great. All right. And
She
I.
wouldn't understand it, would she?
This is actually being spoken in common.
Right.
This current phrase.
I
Most of
do
the chatter
speak that.
is in Goblin, which you don't understand. But that apparently is being spoken in some common, with the intention that maybe they're prisoners who don't speak Goblin full understanding.
Oh, they're inclusive. How nice. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the party, and I'm going to relay the information. I'll just say I didn't see, as far as numbers, really, how many there were. They had a giant T-Rex, bigger than Sobek even, and I would assume they're feeding the prisoners to the T-Rex, so I say we be aware of that and hopefully try and get them out first.
I'll ask you, how hard is it to control Sobek?
Well, with my musical skills, it's been pretty easy to... Like, when he was a little bit younger, he was more... He would go off, but he's
Do you think he would turn against you given the chance or not? Not anymore?
No, not me. Maybe you guys, yes, but he wouldn't turn on me.
So how well do you think that this one would be controlled?
I don't think... these creatures are very... They're hard creatures to control, and since mine technically isn't a T-Rex, T-Rex I think has more animal instincts, so I think it wouldn't be very controlled.
So maybe we could try and see if one of us could get up to the saddle and try and control it to an extent and have it eat its captors, or eat its...
We could try. Somebody's gotta get a very good
Sounds like you
handle
just
on it.
volunteered for that, my friend.
I could try it.
Alright, well, does anyone else have any other options that they think might work better?
I say we just kill them all.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Shocker. Alright, then what?
Great plan.
Thank you.
What I'll do is I'll recommend it. Were they in a clearing? Like, was it a pretty open spot that they were in?
It is fairly open in the immediate area. There's a lot of downed trees in the area, probably by the T-Rex.
So then what I'll say is, I think what we should do is you guys just go up to the edge of the clearing, basically. I'll go into the ethereal plane and I'll try and jump onto the T-Rex. I'll fly up and try and jump on and see if we can control him enough to eat everything else. If I can't, then I'll try and jump back off onto Midnight
we'll
Flame
know.
and go back to the ethereal plane. So we'll see if that'll work.
Alright.
If not, well, it's been good knowing you guys. Maybe I'll feed him my flail head.
Okay. Party formation is the same. Any changes to the party formation? As you guys are heading into this area, is anybody going ahead of everybody else? Thran, you are going ahead
I'll
of the
wait
group.
until they're at the tree line and then I'll go up.
Okay. Is anybody attempting to be stealthy, or are you guys trying to go with haste because maybe people are being eaten?
I'll go with haste because I want more souls.
He wants to stab more people.
Okay, so you guys are charging it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
What about you, as you also have a speedy mount in the ethereal plane as well?
I think I'll go in the ethereal plane just to see if I can maybe help flank otherwise. Does that make
Coming
sense?
from the other direction.
That actually wouldn't be a bad idea because if I get in trouble, you can be
Yeah.
right there to help out too.
Okay, so I have you over here, standing at the ready, and I will set out some of these minis. All right, so as the party is getting ready to attack this little encampment of hobgoblins, everybody has already rolled initiative. That is taken care of, and we have a encroaching surprise that's happening with Thram and Erlin as they are ahead of the group. Well, let's have you guys start with Thram.
Alright, I'll fly up right next to the saddle in the ethereal plane and then we'll appear and I'll jump onto his saddle. See if I can control him.
Let's have you jump off and make an athletics check to try to land on this T-Rex.
That is a 24.
You, no problem, land right onto the empty saddle
That's not bad either.
as with this T-Rex with some gore into his mouth. And let's have you make an animal handling check to see how this
20 not
goes.
natural.
With your 20, you're like, I got this, and you pick up there is no reins actually at all. So you pick up a stick and you just tap him on the side of his head like what you've kind of seen Gilby do with Sobek, and you're like, go this way, and you tap him right on the top of his head, and he roars and he marches forward, and there's alarm called out, and he goes up to the next prisoner and he picks him up and he gobbles him up in his
The
mouth.
prisoners.
Okay,
Not the prisoners.
Man after my own heart.
it is now. Your mount can go. So let's have Midnight Flame do their turn.
Well, I'm gonna have Midnight Flame fireball those guys in that general area right there.
Okay, very good. And really, my dice. I'm gonna have them all go on one here. That's gonna be a 19 on their dex save.
That I think does make it. Let's see. 15 plus its proficiency, which
Plus
is,
your proficiency.
Oh, plus my proficiency, which is 19.
Okay, so they barely make the save for
Yep.
half of 36, or
Yep.
37 now, which is still going to come to 18 apiece. So, I'm going to mark that for that area. And a huge fire erupts as they're all confused as you have just landed onto this T-Rex. And the hobgoblins begin crying out in alarm, and they all kind of dodge which way as they see a familiar sight to them, as many of they have some powerful spellcasters who use AoE spells as well. And they all dodge out of the way, but still taking a good chunk of the blast of the fire, and they are running, dousing the flames on themselves. It is now Erlen's turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to fly up to these guys right here.
There are 4 in this immediate area.
Alright, I'm gonna fireball them as well, so they're gonna have to make the save.
So they make a dex save. They'll get 9 and fail,
Awesome.
taking the full 36 points of fire damage, and you incinerate the lot of them in their entirety, and they burn up in flames and collapse on the ground.
Okay. And then I'm going to fly to these next two right here.
These guys.
Yep, and I'm going to attack them.
All right.
Oh wait, I have an extra attack. Okay, and my lowest to hit was a 14. So that hits.
You need a 18 to hit a hobgoblin.
Oof. Okay. Okay,
Since
so
I have
2
an
will
extra
hit.
attack as well, would I be able to shoot my crossbow on top
So
of that?
we'll take your action to control this unique creature.
That's fair.
Okay.
I'd much rather be on top of this.
And then I'm sorry, I should have specified this. I'm just gonna shoot them with my crossbow. So.
Are you doing shooting 2 hobgoblins or focus
I'm gonna
fire?
shoot 2, so 1 and 1.
Okay.
And then one's going to take 7, and the other is going to take 9 damage.
Okay, 2 of these hobgoblins fall over dead as you fire with your bolter, one-handed bolter, and it bolts into each hobgoblin. Next up, we're doing the start of the round here, as that was our surprise round. Nareda, it is now your turn. You guys are just coming into the area. Let's say your tree line is like 60 feet out, so you can make this first guy comfortably. Attack.
Okay. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 hits him.
Okay. So he's gonna take 28 damage from me.
You stab him with your rapier, and he falls over dead.
And Shadowcrow is gonna attack the other one.
So Shadowcrow will be just out of reach, but Shadowcrow could dash, but then that would be the action, unless you're action
Okay.
surging, and then you can do more.
Yeah. Let's do
Because
it.
you guys are technically back further. I just
Okay.
have you here for my reach. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna action search. with
Action surge.
Shadowcrow,
All right.
yeah. And he crits, so he's gonna take 54 damage. Yeah.
So he just goes over and leans over and then bites, and then you hear a whole bunch of bones and a spine snapping beneath this hobgoblin as he is tossed through his chainmail armor and landing onto the tree stump. Next up, it is Thram's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna try and direct the T-Rex over to to this hobgoblin that's on the
Over here?
tree right
okay,
there.
and I
just
should be
have
having you do disadvantaged animal handling for this.
That will be a 4.
You tap on the head and try to tap in a better direction, maybe trying to figure this out, and the T-Rex just walks forward and he comes down to the next closest target, being another prisoner. Gobbles up another prisoner. Oh, no! Oh, this old chubby man gets swallowed and completely
He wasn't living
by
much
this
of a life
T-Rex.
anyway, it's fine.
But he was your real father.
No, my real father's already dead.
Yeah, he is now.
Next up, it is Murad's turn.
All right, how far out am I from the
Now you're
closest?
60 feet out, I've said, so
Okay, so I can run. I can move at 80.
yeah, you can.
I'm gonna have Galladash do his charge attack.
Awesome.
So Galladash will hit for. Try to hit for 20, which will hit. And
That'll hit.
Will deal 18 damage.
He gets a unicorn horn penetrating through his scale mail armor, penetrating through much of that.
And then I'm going to rage and roll a 7, so
He also needs to make a strength check. Make sure he's not pushed back by people in charge.
Depending on if you did that or the extra damage.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
so now my weapon will deal psychic damage instead of bludgeoning, and
Oh, awesome.
I can now also make it be a thrown weapon, which it already basically is.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'll attack. There's only one around me, or two multiple.
Well, you have enough speed. You could go to the next one as well.
Okay, so I'll attack the first one, and then I'll make my attack come around and attack the second one.
Okay.
That one will hit. Be a miss. So I'll hit on the first one, and I'll slice at his face for 16 damage.
16 damage. Now, is this the same target that Galladash
Yeah.
unicorn horned?
Yeah.
Okay. So together, right after being impaled, you come down with your axe and snap his head down the middle, and he falls to the ground dead and bloody. It is now Zulkul's turn.
I am going to use my bonus action to Hexblade Curse the dinosaur, the T-Rex. And then I'm going to Hunger of Hadar the rest of these hobgoblins
This
right
group
here.
over here.
Yes, sir.
Is that another dex save?
It is a dex save.
They
Let
get
me
a
double-
15.
That is not high enough.
So take the damage. How much is that Hunger of Hadar damage?
7 damage.
All right,
And if
that's
they
enough
stay in it,
to finish off the remaining 3 hobgoblins. They fall down dead. Erlen, right in front of you, comes up this darkness that you've seen before with these white tentacles, damaging anything that they touch. You know to stay away from that. Zulkul, was that as far as movement goes?
I haven't moved
and
yet.
everything?
Now I'm going to have Zeta dash to the closest enemy that I can see.
Okay, and that's dash
That
comes
would
to
be that's not the right one. That's 40 feet. 45 actually. 45 dashed would be 90.
Okay, so you are headed to the next nearest hobgoblin, which appears to be a well-decorated hobgoblin, looking a bit different and laughing as he's watching, looking up at Thram, trying to guide his T-Rex, who is just eating these civilians. Perhaps we have a new recruit. He says it in jest, but then he turns to see you coming as Zeta is charging him with her teeth, cackling with lightning as she's getting ready to attack. It is now Erlen's turn.
Okay, so I have to change some plans. So, can I go over to these goblins over here?
Over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, with your speed, you definitely
Okay,
can.
great. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get 20 feet away. I'm gonna attack 2 with my sickle. So one's gonna take 12 damage, the other's gonna take 10, and then I'm going to charge a third,
Nice thing is it.
and it's gonna take 36 from Azrael.
You kill one of the. No, that one was already
That one was
dead.
already dead.
You kill, unless you want to provoke an attack of opportunity. Then Azrael would attack one of the 2 that you attacked before.
Yeah.
Okay. So killing that one, charging through, burning up one of them into flames, as you've tried out your new shadow sickle. As you swing your sickle from a distance, a large shadowy scythe comes out and extends 20 feet out ahead, coming in and slicing and hacking into you. And you see them kind of being lifted up as if a scythe was actually there, lifting them up and attacking them. All right, it is now the goblins' turns, finally. My goodness. And the T-Rex is coming forth, and he's going to go on Thram's turn, actually. That's what I've been having him do. So this time, though, he's going to do one of his extra things, and he comes around with his tail, and he whips at the next nearest villager with his tail, and he'll have advantage because they're prone, and he kills the next villager. You hear a woman scream, "Ah!" as she is smashed and embedded into the hard ground below.
Oh man.
This is not
How many
right.
villagers are left?
I thought I was
There's
the
one villager
human-
left.
Yeah, I thought I
There's
was
a
the
very,
civilian
very
killer.
nervous, tied up human looking around very, very
There's
nervously.
only one more fail that I can have at least. So
Until
until he starts attacking you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the T-Rex, and you hear the hobgoblin who was laughing before says, "Yes, feed, Trexie, feed!" And he pops out his bow, and he says, "But that's my Trexie." And he pulls out his bow and shoots at Thram a couple times.
Okay.
He's disadvantaged, isn't he? Because he's
Yeah.
next to him.
Yep, so he misses on one of them, and the other one he misses as well. So he kind of curses. He says, "Ugh." I mean, he turns around and gets ready to face, as he uses bonus action to switch to a sword and shield facing the oncoming, encroaching Zeta. This hobgoblin up here turns and shoots at Zeta, and that's going to hit Zeta 2 times. And with the... yeah, that's going to deal 24 damage to Zeta. And this hobgoblin here is attacking Shadow Quill. He swings and attacks Shadow Quill. That's going to be a 20 to hit Shadow Quill for 24 damage is what those should be.
24? Yeah,
Yes.
that's what they got. Yep.
And then, that is the end of their turn. It is now Gilby's turn.
Okay, I'll have to dash. Gilby would have to dash.
Okay.
Gilby. Sobek would have to dash, which would be 90 in total.
Get out of my way, tree! Sobek says, and he knocks down the tree, just tossing it aside, and then charges right up to the captain of this brigade.
Yep, and he will bite at him.
Well, he dashed, so he doesn't get to bite.
Oh, right, my bad. Okay, because I was actually gonna cast something. So, actually seeing the Tyrannosaurus Rex, I'm gonna actually use Vicious Mockery on it. So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, is that not
Little do you know that it really
I rolled an 18, but he has a strong penalty. He got a 15 to his Wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, he didn't make it. So
Okay.
that's 16. So it's gotta make a 16.
So he failed.
Yes,
so what
I failed.
happens?
So he'll take 2d4 and he'll have disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Is this Dissonant Whispers?
No, this is Vicious Mockery.
Vicious Mockery?
Yeah, so I would have just been like, I would have just said, Sobek is much stronger than you are. Just some dumb.
I don't know. I think that has an intelligence restriction.
Does it?
You'll have to
I
look
didn't see
it up.
anything in.
You gotta,
Okay.
gotta speak beast. If you can speak beast, then it'll work.
Oh.
I'll assume
look it up.
I'm wrong.
I'll
but
check it.
Check it. Check it after your turn.
Okay. But it'll take 2d4, so 7 damage
7 damage.
from it. And then I'll use my bonus action to bardically inspired Thram, who's on top of it.
Okay.
And that gives me a
D8.
No restrictions. It just needs to be able to hear you. That's it.
Great.
D8, so I'm gonna just roll that right now.
At the start of the next round, you guys hear another
Wait, that's a 10.
roar in the distance. And some more goblin jeering and chanting. And it sounds like there is some attention that has been drawn to your location from somewhere nearby that you haven't seen yet. So, that is the end of the round. That is the start of our next round. Narita, it is now your turn.
So we attacked the guy over there.
This guy?
Yeah.
Very good.
And he drained me in Shadow Crow. It was 54 damage.
54 damage to this guy. That's from Shadow Quill, or from both of you.
Yeah.
You stab him, and then Shadow Quill takes his claws and then impales him, and then rips out his claws, pulling out some intestines. It looks like spaghetti flying out of the hobgoblin, and turning and facing the remaining foes. And next up, it is Thram's turn.
So I rolled disadvantage again, but I got a 19 on the animal handling check.
Okay, very good.
I'm gonna
With your
tap him
disadvantage.
towards the
I assume that's
master.
using inspiration.
Yeah, you got a 4 on that. The low was a 13, and I got a +2.
With your 19, what are you trying to guide
I'm gonna guide him towards
Trixie.
his captor.
to his captor?
Well, not his captor, his master, I should say.
You guide him towards his master. He turns. You're like, oh, thank goodness. As he turns away from the last remaining captive, and he goes to the nearest hobgoblin, and he attacks it. He attacks. He just gobbles up this hobgoblin. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Feeding Trexie, and he seems to completely heal the damage that he suffered psychically before.
Shit.
And next up, it is now Murad's turn.
Alright, what goblins do we have left?
Oh, and he on his turn will do something else. There is one goblin left. That is the hobgoblin commander over here, aside from some jeering and cheering from this direction.
I'm gonna move towards him, and Galadesh is going to charge again,
Awesome.
and it's gonna be a 17 to hit.
You don't hit the hobgoblin. He takes up a shield, and he's kind of knocked backwards a little bit, but he doesn't get hit by the unicorn horn.
I'll attack him 3 times recklessly. There's my 18, which is not quite
And you need to hit this warlord. You need 21.
all of them will hit. Sorry.
Excellent.
Roll the damage.
How long does I can use the Bardic Inspired as just one time?
Just one
So
time.
we'll take 36
Unless
damage.
you
I do it again.
do it again. Okay.
You come in with your axe and hack him. Ha! Ha! As you're raging, and you hammer his shield back with such force that his shield gets hammered backwards, and you nick him into the jaw and into the face. He's now bleeding from his head. Next up, it is the
Zeta. No, Zulkul.
Zulkul
Yeah.
and Zeta.
I'm gonna have I speak to Zeta, continue to kill this hobgoblin, and I'm gonna use teleport to get right on the dinosaur,
Behind me.
and I'm gonna start stabbing it. Here you go.
All right, so Zeta narrowly fits in there between Galadesh and Sobek, and you teleported right behind this dinosaur.
Let me see if she. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Zeta does her attack on the hobgoblin. He takes 40 damage, as she has rolled a 20. It's like a 24.
Okay, that'll definitely hit as she
So that does the 40.
sinks her electric teeth right into him.
And then I attacked the Devasaur, and I don't know if it's a
T-Rex.
Devasaur, the T-Rex.
The T-Rex.
And does
You need a 13 to hit this Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I definitely hit that. That's a 19. The lowest is going to be D10s. Ooh, so that's going to be 19, 29 damage to the dinosaur.
Coming in with Black Razor, sticking it right into his lower leg with your Black Razor sword. You hack into him, and T-Rex roars in pain and turns its head and sees you. Next up, it is Gilby. No, it is Erlen.
Yeah, don't forget about me.
I forgot about the bad guys too.
So I'm going to turn to the T-Rex. I'm going to snap my fingers and switch out for my longsword. And then Azrael's going to charge the T-Rex and do 36 damage. And then I will slash at him twice with my longsword. My sword ignites in shadowy darkness. Yeah, and it does 43 damage, so that's a total of 79.
A total of 79 damage.
Ooh, I heal, but I have nothing to
You
heal.
come in and huge chunks of his leg and stomach are gaping and coming in on itself. It is shriveling as the energy and life force is being sucked out with the blade strikes. It is now the T-Rex's turn, and the T-Rex is going to bite at Aralyn, and it's going to tail swipe at Zulkul. So this is for the bite for Aralyn. That is going to be a 17 to hit you.
That will miss.
So he comes in to bite you, and you kind of side saddle a little bit, and your horse, your red mare, moves to the side a little bit, just missing. Could have been devastating
Yeah, I was very
damage.
scared.
And the tail swipe comes in to hit Mr. Zulkul, and that's going to be an 18 to hit Zulkul.
That's a miss. 20 armor class.
Comes in and narrowly misses. You just kind of squat down as low as you can, narrowly missing the tail swipe. And you guys begin to see another massive T-Rex coming in from this side.
Shouldn't have said anything.
This guy's still alive,
This is the
isn't he?
punishment.
What did you say?
No, because I was like, I saw a T-Rex, and you're like, the punishment is this, and I was like, well, no, this is the real punishment.
Yes.
From you.
And
I'm sorry.
okay,
There's another one. Where is it?
there is a volley of arrows that come in your party's direction, and so I'm gonna make it a dexterity saving throw that your mounts make. No, I'm just gonna make it attack rolls. Is what I'm going to do. There is a fresh patrol that is coming down from this angle. And I need to spread them out because they know better. Hobgoblins do. They're very intelligent.
actually, yeah.
They're more intelligent than your average human. Especially when it comes to battle.
Well, you're not a human. You're an Amazon.
My intelligence is -1, so they're probably smarter.
Hey, so is mine.
Nice.
I'm wise, just really stupid.
I am questionable of.
Okay, now that Okay, so the volley of arrows that comes, I'm going to do a total of 3 attacks. I'm just going to roll 3 right now, and not everybody, we're going to have Gilby, Sobek, Zulkul, Zeta,
Would that have
Shadow
to
Quill, and Nareda. All of you are going to be
Just Zeta.
their targets,
No,
just as
they're
Zeta.
volleying
That's
it
true.
now.
Okay, so luckily they didn't roll so hot, so those are all going to miss. This one, though, is going to come to a 22 to hit each person I just named. So, Narita, Shadow Quill, Gilby, Sobek, and Zeta. All of
How much damage?
all of them suffer a total of 24 damage, as this is counting as 2 arrows per attack here.
24 damage each.
Yes, and then it is now Gilby's turn.
Okay, so was the captain dead? Did we kill him?
No.
Captain's still there.
Did he do
I'm
anything?
not dead yet.
Well, the captain needs to go. Thank you. Captain's going to attack Zeta, who just did nasty damage to him. And he is going to action surge on Zeta.
Ooh.
Yeah, so those are both crits for him because he has the
can.
champion feature of the fighter. And so this is going to be 28 times 2 is 56, plus these are crits here. So that's going to be another 10 and 10 is what I'm adding to the damage.
76.
So it's a total of 76 damage to Zeta as he's come in, and he's right as he got bit, he countered in, taking his sword and shoving it right into the jaws really quick, hitting
She's not doing good.
some nasty damage next to her brain as she took a nasty couple critical hits as he stabs and then pulls the sword back, trying to be on the defensive and live during this nasty ambush. Next up, it is Gilby's turn.
Okay, so he has advantage on the guy, right? Because he's surrounded.
Yeah, he's flanked.
So,
100%.
so that's definitely a hit with the bite. So he takes the 33 damage from the bite, and he'll need to make a grapple save. And then is that 150 feet for those guys?
Yes.
Okay, I'll use Fireball. I'm gonna cast Fireball on that where I can hit the most right there.
They fail.
Alrighty, so that's 12. 12 plus 6. 18. 28. 31. 31 damage in total. From the Fireball.
I'll have to fix that later.
Oh, he came up as that.
That's easy.
At least it
Easy
didn't
to
break.
fix.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I will bonus action.
You kill
Yeah.
and incinerate 4 hobgoblins.
Okay, awesome. And then I will bonus action bardically inspire. Who's taking a lot of damage right now?
Zeta.
You can't. I don't think he can particle inspires either.
Yeah,
Either
You
that
can.
or
I said that he
I
can.
keep
It's actually a unique
keep
feature
control of
as to
the
why he's so good with the
Oh, okay.
dinosaurs
Cool.
because he's good with animals.
Yes.
yeah.
That
So
makes
I'll bardically inspire Zeta.
Okay. Cool.
So I'll say, Zeta, you are doing well. Keep going.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Zeta's lightning kind of cackles again at the inspiration. She's eager to continue to be of use and help to her little family here. Narita, it is now your turn. You and Shadow Quill. Right now, there is this captain who is backed into a corner. You don't really have a good angle at him. Your best shot is either to do something about the oncoming force, you do have a ranged weapon, or to focus on the T-Rex here, which has already suffered a lot of damage.
Can attack the T-Rex.
The T-Rex?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you charging in, is Shadow Quill charging in, or are you attacking from a distance? Tell me.
Yeah, we're just gonna go closer to attack, yeah.
charge in there.
So leaping up high into the air, Shadow Quill tries to come down onto the back and neck as a raptor would onto a mighty T-Rex.
That's true.
And he's gonna take 9 damage between me and Shadow Quill because Shadow Quill crit.
How
Because
much?
Shadow Quill crit
90?
90 damage.
This is 18.
Oh yeah, because his crit range is 18 to 20.
Yeah.
Zeta freaking missed.
Lovely. So the T-Rex roars in pain, "Roar!" and then turns over and sees Shadow Quill digging into his back as you come in and stab it right next to its spine. It is now Thram's turn, and then Murad.
Awesome. So I'm going to action surge on. I'm just
On the
gonna kill
T-Rex.
it. Yep. No, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to use Fighting Spirit, so I have advantage on all the attacks against it.
Yeah.
All 3 are gonna hit with my flail, and it is a D. Is that a D10 since it's a +1?
It is not master. It is masterwork. So yes,
So
it is a
D10.
D10.
Okay.
Yes.
2, 3,
Well, let's see how useless this is gonna be if he kills it.
Yeah, I really hope that he does.
12, 24. So he's going to take 30 damage from my flail, and then I'm going to have Midnight Flame attack as well, and that will hit, and he's going to take another 11 physical and 15 fire damage plus another 6 damage from the aura.
What does that come to?
11, 26 plus 6 is 32.
Very nice. You guys are working in concert with Shadow Quill and Narita as you and your mounts are coming in and attacking onto the back of this T-Rex.
And I can't remember, did you say with the burst, how long does it?
1 round. You have to give that
Basically,
guy 1
at
action.
the end, at the end of that your target, at the end of their turn.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because I wouldn't be able to get off. I'm not
Oh,
dumb.
you have to do you have to make an animal handling check.
oh, he's not doing anything out of
Oh yeah, you're not.
related.
You're just
This-
stabbing it or
I'm
hitting it.
smacking with the flail. It's not happy, but I'm still on it.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
so
probably dumb, but
this T-Rex, you
Got
guys
small
have
arms.
dealt terrible punishment to it, but there is just so much flesh and a thick hide and thick muscles to penetrate through. This T-Rex is taking there's blood everywhere, but it's still full of life. It seems it is still going strong, and there's another one coming in your direction. Next up, it is Murad's turn.
All right, I'm going to spend my first 2 attacks attacking the general that's there. So he'll take 20 damage.
All right.
from me. And then on my last attack, I'm going to charge to the T-Rex. So he will take 19 from...
You're leaving your current target to attack the T-Rex
Yeah,
next.
so they'll have a chance of attack opportunity against me with advantage. So I release the attack.
Right. And he'll hit you for 28. Nope. 12. 20. Sorry. What's half of 28?
20, or
14. 14 damage. As he cuts at the back of your leg as you're leaving him.
Okay. And then hit the T-Rex. It's got to make... What are these dex saves, I think? For Thunderwave and Lightning Bolt.
He fails.
Yeah.
It's a Constitution saving throw for
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
And then dex for Lightning Bolt.
All right, he actually fails both. So.
Nice.
Do I have to make that since I'm sitting on
Now, yeah, you and your mounts will have to make that saving throw as well.
my mount? Will?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because she's close enough.
because Shadow Quill and Narita are on the back half, and you and your mounts have been near the saddle on the front.
All right. So dex for both of us.
So he'll take 11 force damage from the Thunderwave and 30 from the Lightning Bolt.
Do I do a separate dex save for my mount? Sorry. Or just one dex for both of us?
You roll for your mounts separately, and your
Okay.
mount is just a raw d20 is what it is.
Okay, so my mount got a 10.
Fail.
Which is a fail. I got a 19.
So that'll
Okay.
succeed. And let him know what that damage was on your two spells
Oh,
because
so it was 21 for... Sorry, not 21. 11 for Thunderwave and 30 for Lightning Bolt.
Oh, jeez.
And Lightning Bolt goes 100 feet. I guess whatever direction I'm facing.
So would it hit would Thunderbolt hit me?
So
Everything
the Lightning Bolt may knock 'cause it's only 5 feet wide, but it's 100 feet long.
Thunderwave for sure I get, but that's what I'm wondering about the Thunder or the Lightning Bolt.
you won't take the lightning bolt, but Shadow Quill and Narita, you guys need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So make one for Shadow Quill and make one for you. Dexterity is the special saving throw for your mount, so you do have a big boost for that for Shadow Quill. It's the only mount that has that.
Since I made the save, I take half damage, right?
Correct.
What is it on that? It doesn't have anything about dex on here.
So it says strength, and I said later that I swapped it, so that's +6. I can
Oh.
see it from here.
Oh, okay.
Plus.
Plus 7.
No, it's +7 now. I don't
Plus
know why
7.
it's plus.
Okay,
yeah.
+7 then.
There we go.
It's still nothing.
Yeah, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, you made it.
Yeah.
So dealing quite a bit of damage to this T-Rex.
So
Once again, the T-Rex
So you
does
would
look
take
badly hurt at this stage. It is starting to slow down, but it is just a big slab of meat. All right. Next up, it is. Now, did you get the damage? Okay. Next up, it is Zulkul's turn.
Okay, I have attacked. I'm hasted due to the
The effect of your
effect
blade.
of my blade now. So I did 3 attacks instead of 2.
Excellent.
I did a total of 42 damage to the T-Rex, and then
Wait, to the captain or to the?
not to the T-Rex.
Oh,
'cause I'm
you're by the
attacking.
T-Rex. Yes, yes.
And then Zeta attacked and missed because she is, that's going to be 15, which 15 misses against the captain, right?
Yeah.
she's fighting the inspired.
Oh,
Yeah. Use that inspiration. Maybe you'll hit.
it's a D8,
You do
right?
need
It's a D8.
you do need a good bonus from that aid.
No,
So that'll still miss, unfortunately.
yeah.
She gets close, but he does kind of back into the tree stump that he's by a little bit, and doesn't take the damage. Next up, it is Erlen's turn.
Alrighty, I'm going to attack the T-Rex again. So
Excellent.
Azrael's gonna stomp him with his hooves and do 31 damage, and then I'm going to swing with my sword twice. I crit once, and I end up doing 52 damage as I smite. So it's a total of 83.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Okay, very good. This T-Rex is starting to really look very hurt, and it just seems really angry as it is coated in its own blood right now, and it hasn't gotten a bite on a single one of you yet. Right as I say that, it is its turn, and this time it's going to make an attack. just right underneath it, it's going to attack Murad with its bite.
I'm gonna have Galladash use his legendary action to give me +2 to AC.
Very good. That is still a 28 to hit you.
Really hits, yeah.
It bites. It says "F your shield," and he bites right through the shield, shattering it and digging its teeth into you. That is 63 physical points of damage.
I get a half that. Woo!
You get half that down, all the way down to 31 damage.
That's actually
That's
that's
a
fantastic.
lot.
freaking amazing.
That is insane. He's like,
And that's just
think
because
that
you're
would
right
be
underneath its
right.
jaws. It just makes sense. It's going to tail whip at Andrus right now. Sorry, at Zulkul. Thank you. And that's going to be a 20 to hit Zulkul,
It does hit me.
which you feel a crack as you were hit. And you were knocked back a bit, and yeah, you'll suffer 35 points of physical damage from the tail. Then the archers begin to maneuver behind some cover, and these archers here are going to use their movements and kind of get a little bit of cover. This guy is riding atop of the T-Rex, who, you know, that won't work. So that's... I was just hoping with a little bit of faith that many might stay atop. I might have my companions help me. Let's have these guys are going to come in for some cover here, and these guys are going to keep back there. These guys are going to keep back here, and let's bring this around right in front of them like that.
Oh no, you see that's a beautiful moving stick right there.
It really is. We'll have to do something about that soon. So, let's have some sharpshooter attacks from these archers who are way back there with their sharpshooter feet, and they're going to shoot. There's going to be one on Gilby, one on Sobek, one on Zeta from over there. Zeta, Gilby, Sobek.
Oh my, what?
Oh, 3 natural
crits.
20s, guys. I just rolled 3 natural 20s on these. So, here's what this...
Zeta's down.
Well,
There's no way that she's not down right now. She didn't have that much.
well, this wasn't as many shots as before, so hang on. So this is going to be... Each hit is going to be, on each of you, is going to be 34 damage with the crit. So 34 to Zeta. She's down.
She's down.
She drops. Zeta drops down as she gets 2 arrows into her side. She drops down, kind of bleeding, unable to stand up right now. And then 34, 1 to Sobek, which is damage. You use your... Don't forget about your damage reduction on Sobek.
So 34 would just be 31 on. Let's write that down. And then
Okay.
31 on, or no, 34 on me.
34 on you. This is you get an arrow deep penetrating into your arm and into your side a little bit. And then we have these archers over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to have 2 on you, 3 on Shadow Quill. And yeah, this unfortunately is a little bit nastier because this is for Shadow Quill, because they get a bonus when someone is engaged, like a sneak attack. Those miss though. Miss. And does an 18 hit you, Narita? It does? I don't think it does. So, what's your dexterity modifier?
Plus
And
5.
what armor do you have?
Leather. You have leather. don't you?
Alright, so you have 18 without any enchantment right now. You have 18 armor class. Do you have enchanted armor or not? That'll decide it. You don't?
I don't think so.
Okay, then you do unfortunately take the damage. So,
So
you'll
it's
take
18? Yeah, it's 18. It's 18.
you'll take you'll take 24 points of damage, and Shadow Quill took 24 points of damage from that volley. And then the captain is going to shoot, and he's going to shoot at Erlin. And
Oh my
he
God.
natural 20s on Erlin,
Poot.
and that is going to come to 34. Sorry, no, he's the captain. He goes, that's 38 points of damage to you.
Okay.
So you
The
guys,
gods of
you guys
D20
might
are
want to
shining
think
upon
about
Steve.
what to do on your next turn. You're in a lethal situation. So the T-Rex is moving, and it is dashing to get all the way over here. That's so it can stand up.
Okay. Well,
As trees are being tumbled and knocked down, the T-Rex is getting very, very close. Next up, it is Gilby's turn.
Okay. So, Sobek's gonna bite once more at the captain.
All right.
So, does a
You need 21.
that's-
Remember, you can recklessly attack.
Oh yeah, he'll recklessly attacks. He has the, oh wait, he has advantage anyways.
He does have an advantage without that. That's
Oh
true.
no, because Zito went down. So never mind, he doesn't.
That's true. Okay, so that was a reckless attack.
Yeah,
Did it hit her?
It did. It did hit. So
Alright.
he takes 33 damage.
Oh, very good. Okay, this T-Rex is barely standing up right
No,
now.
not the T-Rex. The
It was the
captain.
That was the
captain.
captain. Oh, okay.
How hurt is he? He's been hit quite a few times.
You actually, this was all Sobek just now.
Yeah.
Sobek bites into the captain, and you feel a snap, and Sobek tries to swallow, but then spits him out because he's too covered in armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Sobek will actually come around going this way. And
Towards that one?
Yeah, towards
Towards
like
this,
right here, towards that one, and I'll cast Fireball again in that direction.
in this area. Excellent.
So then,
So they all fail. They all burn up because
yeah, it's
you're gonna deal. As long as you deal about. Well, how much damage did you deal? I
so
need
that's
to do this.
10, that's 20, that's 25.
Okay.
No, that's 28.
Yes, it is. 28.
Ah,
Your
28.
fires incinerate the trees and the hobgoblins over here. They all die. See, it always pays off to get off the wolves before dealing with the bear. Excellent.
That's why I'm like trying to get rid of all these guys.
Yeah, I know that'll help a ton because then it's just those hobgoblins right over there.
Excellent.
And
There
then
is
Nice.
one on the right.
well, yeah, and then Mr. T-Rex.
There's three over here.
There's a few over here and there's
Alright.
two over there.
And I'm gonna bardically inspire. Who's really hurt? I'm gonna bardically inspire. Harlan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
It's already used 3 of them. So.
Okay, so that was Gilby. It is now Narita's turn. Narita and Shadow Quill.
Okay, we're just continuing to attack the T-Rex.
The T-Rex.
Yeah.
And have you action surged? You have.
Yes.
Carry on.
And he's gonna take 62 damage from me, and Shadow Quill misses. And I crit.
Shit.
That was with the crit. Very
Yeah.
nice.
And as bonus action, I'm gonna disengage. I'm gonna die.
The T-Rex. All right, so you guys disengage and come. Where do you want to go with your movement? Because you have 60 feet. Where do you want to go with your 60 feet? You can go this way or this way.
Cover.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll say you go here. You get some good cover for the time being, as you guys quickly glide over, leaping off of the back of the T-Rex and then gliding forward and taking cover. The T-Rex is barely standing up. Its legs are very shaky and very wobbly. Next up, it is Thram.
I'm gonna have Midnight Flame go first because I want to see if he goes down, so I can use my action to actually get back onto Midnight Flame instead of going down with the T-Rex. But Midnight Flame is going to attack, and it'll deal 32 points of damage. And then, is it still standing or is it going down?
It is still barely standing up. It is still
Okay,
standing.
then I'll attack it twice, and I'll hit both times, and it's going to take 12 plus 22 additional damage from my flail.
You come in and wham, wham, right onto this T-Rex, and Midnight Flames is coming in, and it just has suffered way too much punishment throughout its whole back and spine and underbelly, and it collapses down on the ground.
Dex save.
I would like a dexterity save from Zulkul.
Oh, what about for me? Because I'm on it.
You're on it. You need to make a dex save as well. That's true.
That's a 15 out of 5.
I need a 15 from you because you're trying to get back onto your other mount.
I got a
No,
20.
it was a 15.
Excellent. You get back onto your Midnight Flame mount. He's coming
18?
in low. You're coming in high. Remounted. 18.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You get enough. You back out of the way and you go underneath this tree a little ways.
That thing's
I
a
think
sponge.
it is on the ground.
My Hexblade Curse has moved over to the other T-Rex.
Excellent. You move your Hexblade Curse and anything else with your turn?
No, that wasn't
Oh,
my
that wasn't
turn.
your
That
turn.
was
That was
when he
reaction?
died. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what happens.
Yeah.
That was Thram. Murad, it is now your turn.
All right, I'm going to move up to the next T-Rex.
You can bite me, bear.
You have some movement too if you want. If you want to move this way or this way.
I'm gonna go behind cover for right
Oh,
now
since I didn't
from
kill it, I don't get to
Archers?
the archers.
Sweet.
Yeah. Because I got a plan of attack.
Galadesh, you're charging into the next T-Rex. Rah!
Yep. And I totally forgot I've been doing the charge rock.
Oh, you have.
Yeah. Charge is 36 damage.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And then from me, I got a crit, so he's gonna make a Dex and a Constitution save.
Take 1 health point every time I hit, and I keep forgetting to do that.
It fails both with its poor dexterity.
So I'll take a total of 58.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, you come in and loud lightning, and then impaling from Galadesh. A great start on this this T-Rex. And it is now Zulkul's turn.
Okay. I just learned a 5th level spell this last level up, and I'm going to use Enervation on the dinosaur.
All right. That's
So
a
I will
good spell.
I will teleport because I can do that with my because I need
Curse?
to be able to do it, and then I do Enervation on it. So it needs to do a Dexterity saving throw.
You reach forth your sword, and dark and purple and black lightning come in and begin to consume the life force of this T-Rex. It does a dexterity saving throw and it fails.
Cool. So it takes 48. 10, 16. 16 damage, and I take. Yeah, 16. Yep.
16 damage. Okay. You're starting to drain its life force and feed your own, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next up, it is
16.
Erlen's turn.
Alrighty, so I have a question for you before I start. Is that one prisoner still alive, or have they been crushed?
He is hiding deep as close as he can, as his limbs are all tied, as close as he can against this tree stump,
Great.
praying to whatever God will hear him right now.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the other T-Rex. I'm going to attack him twice with my longsword. It, again, ignites with the dark energy, and it's going to do 41 damage to him. Then I'm going to fly over to the prisoner, and I'm going to grab him and pull him up on the... Can I pull him up on the saddle, or is that...
Okay, so you're flying to the T-Rex and flying away from the T-Rex, so you'll provoke an attack from the T-Rex? Okay. Okay. How much damage did you deal to the T-Rex?
41. Well, let's see how this goes.
Alright, 17 to hit you.
Nope.
Actually, it's at your horse, not at you.
Yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit.
Because it's a much easier target. It bites at your horse as the horse is coming away. It just sees a little flame. It doesn't even understand what fire is. It's so dumb. It just comes in and bites in at your horse. Did you include your aura damage before with the damage that you dealt?
No, because Azrael didn't attack.
Doesn't matter. It's still an
It's
order.
a
Fire
aura.
damage.
Okay, then yeah,
So,
that's
so
another...
how much total damage did you deal to the T-Rex?
46 now.
46.
That's what it is.
Okay, so it comes in and bites at your horse, dealing a total of 63 physical damage
Yep. Okay.
to Azrael. You hear from Azrael. That
Alright.
really hurts.
So I'm gonna pick up the dude.
I also need a grapple escape check, so this is add that strength modifier saving throw to this.
I'll have to
that's
get
a
Okay,
25.
you get away. You get away.
Great.
Piece of the bum missing.
It's fine. Azrael will be fine.
He just likes rump roast.
And so then we're gonna pick up the dude.
With what actions?
Can I not pick up the dude?
If you've
No,
used
you
your
have to have
attack, then you need to use an action to
You
do
just
such
fly
a
up
thing.
next to him. Hey, take some fire damage.
You'll spend an
I was-
attack to pick up.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Steve, you want to have these guys make that same dex save for the
Lightning
bolts.
bolts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I did forget about
Okay, okay.
It's all good.
All right. They get a 16.
That will pat. We'll make it. So we'll take half for 9 total.
All right. So these two back here. It's the light that
It should
goes
be
through-
it's 100 feet long.
Right. It's
Oh, I guess yeah.
plenty long, but you're coming from an angle before, so that's why I'm getting those two.
Gotcha.
And that was how much damage?
It'd be 9 total.
9.
9 total.
Okay, so then I have a different question for you, Steve.
Did you have a different plan in mind, not knowing about actions with picking people up?
I was just so it's a willing creature. to take him into the ethereal plane? Does he have to be riding on Azrael, or can I just be touching him?
You can be touching, but you need to probably tell him. I don't know. You don't need to tell him.
I don't
Just
have to tell him anything.
Hopefully he's willing. We'll see. I might roll a dice for that.
Okay. Well, can I? It doesn't cost an action to say anything to him, does it?
No.
It's part of
Okay.
your.
Then I'm just
You
gonna
can
say I'm gonna get you out of here, and then I'm gonna grab him, and then I'm gonna go to the ethereal plane.
Probably go with you. All right. So he nods his head, and you guys go into the
I'm a
ethereal
living creature.
Great. That was the plan. That was the entire plan.
Excellent. So you guys poof into the
Save
ethereal
one of us.
plane, and he is safe in this weird world where he's looking around, but he's hoping that this is safer. That was Erlen's turn. It is now the enemy's turn. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sharpshooter archers back there. I'm gonna have them shoot at.
We're doing like the leans to check the
Right.
angles here.
The two of them are going to shoot at Gilby right now. So that's for one of them. That's going to be 20 to hit, and that's going to be 22 to hit Sobek.
Okay.
Sorry, I said
Yeah.
Gilby, so those are both at you. Okay, so do those both... So 20 hits you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you take 4 arrows. And that's going to be a total of 48 points of damage.
Sobek's gonna take the damage for me.
Okay.
So he would have.
So he'll take some of the damage. So he'll take 24 damage, and you'll take 24 damage.
He can't
It's
take
only
all.
one.
So it's a reaction for a single attack.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So he kind of turns up his head to try to take some of that from you, taking a couple of arrows.
Right in the bottom of the
And
jaw.
then these three sharpshooters here are going to pop out, and they're going to see just a little bit of midnight flame, and so those 3 archers are going to shoot. I'm going to have one be at Thram as they're popping out to shoot, and then going to head back to their location. This is for Thram. That's going to be a 27 to hit Thram. Do 16s hit midnight flame?
Don't think so.
No, they think they do.
Yes, they do.
They do? Okay, so that's going to be a total of 58 to midnight flame. That's 4 arrows.
Okay, I'll take some of the damage.
Okay, so you'll take another 24. You took 24 already.
Yes, I'll take
as well.
48 damage.
You take 48. Midnight flame takes 24. You guys are kind of pincushioned a little bit with arrows, and then the T-Rex is going to tail swipe Zul'Kul. That's going to miss Zul'Kul, and then it's going to bite at Murad.
I'm gonna have Galadesh shield me.
He
His legendary
casts Shimmering Shield on you with his legendary action, and he bites down with a 19.
That exactly what I have.
Really?
Oh, I forgot the shield.
Oh man. Okay, so he bites down and
I've been saving it.
bites through your shield.
for a dice.
63 damage halved.
Another
Oh jeez, you.
Beautiful tanking either way. No, they didn't have the
I'm
captain
doing my
go.
job.
The captain's going to shoot 2 times. He's going to shoot at. He sees Gilby still standing, so he's going to try to get the other guy with the other big dinosaurs. He's going to shoot at Gilby.
Okay, I'm gonna use my reaction to use cutting words.
Okay. That
So
affects 1 attack.
yeah, so I get a minus D8 to his attack.
So he's going to action surge as well. So good thing that you're doing that. That's for one, that's for the other.
So I get minus 5 on
Minus 5, so that's going to be it's down to 10. So does a 20 hit you?
yeah, that's
Okay. Okay. And does a 16 hit you?
16 does not, but
Okay.
he'll take me down the first step.
He does hit you with a couple arrows, dealing 28 damage to you.
Yep, I'm done.
All right. You drop down to the ground and slide off, trying to hold on to Sobek, but you slide off and hit the ground. It is now. That was all the bad guys. It is now Gilby's turn.
Okay, so Sobek would, well, he would charge for the.
Right as Gilby falls to the ground, the captain shouts, "Surrender and join my army!" Carry on.
Oh, okay.
Carry on.
So he will.
Kind of adds a little bit of role-playing mixed into the combat.
Okay, so he will go in and attack it. And he would reckless attack because he saw that I fell. So
Sobek, "Rawr!" He charges.
he gets a that's definitely a hit. So 33 damage. And he can't tail, right? He would just bite.
Yeah, he just bites.
Okay. Yeah, he'll take 33 damage from.
Comes in and bites at the underneck, right above Galadesh and Murad, biting into the underneck of the T-Rex. It is now Nereida's turn. Do a death save, Gilby.
Should I have Zeta do a death save?
Yes, you should.
Wow, she made that save.
There is guys way back here, and there is the T-Rex with the captain on his back over here.
Oh, did the captain take damage from both lightning bolt and thunderwave?
Well, the lightning bolt hit these guys. It won't hit the captain
Yeah, but
up here and
it's
then.
60 feet tall.
Okay.
I believe.
Well, Thunderwave might be, but the lightning bolt won't. But
The
probably
lightning bolt
the
was a
Thunderwave
5
would
foot.
hit.
I thought
Yeah.
you were saying it was a 5 foot square.
This is
I'm
5
gonna
foot
go
wide.
towards QB.
Yeah, it's just going to be 5 feet wide all the way around. It's not going to be.
Stabilize.
It's a lightning bolt going out from you. It's not.
But Thunderwave
It's
is
not a series of a moving lightning bolt from the heavens.
It's a lightning wave.
Otherwise, it would never work if you're underground or indoors.
Or thunder wave.
So thunder is a 15-foot cube.
Thunderwave will have hit him, which
That was
dealt.
I think that was 11 damage.
Okay, got it. Sorry, Narita, back to you.
Okay, I'm just gonna go towards QB and stabilize him.
Very good. You just barely have enough movement to make it over there. You dismount to do a medicine check to stabilize Gilby.
Yeah.
So how did your medicine check go?
I got 19.
Got 19. Very good. He is now stable. So Gilby, you're breathing steady, but you're not conscious until you receive some healing.
Okay. By the way, I forgot to mention the 5 extra damage from the Charger feet. So 5 extra damage from Sylvie.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Good. Okay. Stabilizing Gilby. It is now Thram's turn.
Perfect. I'm gonna fly up to the T-Rex's mouth. I'm gonna be like, basically, I'm hitting him in the mouth with my flail. I crit the first time. That was a 19. That second one. So both did hit regardless. He's going to take 28 damage from that. And I did activate the button. I pressed the big red button.
Okay, so you dealt 28 damage yourself.
Yes. And I am going to deal a lot of damage, but it's the flail head is going to be stuck in his mouth.
Yeah, it's stuck to the side of his mouth. Yep.
And
And it was gums, his teeth have been knocked out.
I'm going to just yell at everybody and say, get out of the area, and I'm going to go into the ethereal plane.
Okay, you disappear. You guys all
Do I
got
have
a
any
warning
movement
from
left?
Thram. You guys see there is a glowing, very hot white,
I would have
Red.
told them about the weapon before when we were in the tavern.
but you didn't. So you guys do
That's
see a white, glowing, red hot. We gotta quit making assumptions. We gotta immerse ourselves, right? So a white, glowing, hot object, and your companion just warned you guys all to get out of the area. Okay. So it is now. That was Thram's turn. It is now Murad's turn.
Alright, wonderfully enough, I critted again.
Oh yes. Okay.
So another Dex and Con.
That's Dex. This is Con. Its Con save will make it. Its Dex save will fail.
Okay, so Con is 8 damage. And then the Dex is 32.
Is the 8 damage halved already, or
No, that's total.
what's the 32 is the other one?
Yeah, is the Dex. And then we calculate the rest of the
oh, I
damage.
critted. That's another 10 damage.
And then 45 damage from my weapons.
45 damage from your weapons. Awesome.
And then hearing what Thram said, I am going to have Galadesh teleport himself, and Sobek back to that back tree.
Can he teleport the large creature like Mike? He can? Okay.
That's how you guys got away when you initially tried to escape the purifiers.
Did you?
Oh.
Does that teleport makes it so they can't get an attack of opportunity, right?
Correct.
Correct. That is a safe
Okay, so I'm the
evasion.
only one up there.
Okay, so boop, teleported back to the trees back here. Yeah, is that
I
right?
have an ethereal plane.
All right. Next up, it is Zulkul's turn.
Okay, I will use my action to do continuous damage with the innervation, and then I will use my movement speed to move towards Zeta, as I can keep this active as long as I can see the creature. It will an attack of opportunity for sure, because I'm not using my action to disengage.
And how much damage did your innervation deal?
16 damage.
How fast are you?
I'm full health again. What?
How fast are you?
30. Not very.
He bites down on you, and you need to make a grapple escape check.
So he hits me?
Yeah, you need
You might be
a
in there with the bomb.
you need a 19 to escape his
You the
bite.
bomb.
Strength?
You
Yeah,
can
no,
do
I'm there.
acrobatics or athletics.
No, that doesn't matter, because that's a 14.
14. Okay, you are held fast as
Right.
fangs and
Bomb's
teeth
right by your face.
seep into you. You suffer 63 points of damage from his teeth, and you are held fast into his jaws as you feel something very warm and hot right next to you. That's not his breath. That was Zulkul.
I would be
sorry.
hasted
That is Zulkul.
because it was a new. Well, I guess it depends on how you see it, because it's a new a new creature I'm attacking with Hexblade Curse. Would that still count with the haste? Because it's on the first attack of any Hexblade Cursed creature. Is what you said, or is that only once per situation?
Okay, so you're hasted again this round. Is that
Yes,
Is
that's
that
what
what
I'm
it is?
asking. If that's
all right?
what would happen.
You can have advantage. Let's see how this other one goes. So, because that would be an advantage acrobatics.
Oh, Lord Terry. No.
Okay, you are held fast, sir. You're moving quickly, your legs are moving really fast, but you are held aloft in the air presently. That was Zulkul. It is now Ireland's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna put the guy down somewhere.
He's on the ground still.
Sorry, I should have specified. I'm gonna fly him. What's my movement speed? 80. Okay, I'm gonna fly him 40 feet this way, away from the dinosaur that is
All
going
right,
to explode.
So, grabbing hold of him, you're used the bonus action to put away your shield, or are you just dropping your shield?
Well, I have my gauntlet. Can I just switch?
Oh, you
on?
can snap your gauntlet. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so then you move him 40 feet this way.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go out of the ethereal plane with Azrael's bonus action.
You're out of the ethereal plane.
So I'm gonna put him down, and I don't think I can help you.
No, you can't. Don't worry about
I
it.
don't think I can.
Just watch.
Shoot. I get further
Shoot
away.
the, you can gauntlet of
We're
weapons
gonna have a snake firework here
and
pretty soon.
shoot the T-Rex a couple times.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna do.
Or you can put Zulkul out of his misery, whatever you like.
Oh, I think I'll do that just fine enough.
I don't hit him, so it doesn't matter.
You don't hit the T-Rex with an armor class of 13.
No, my lowest was a 2, and I got a 2 and a 4, so I didn't hit him.
That miss.
It's
All right,
rough.
you fire pew pew. It's not a laser gun. With your bolter, high-powered bolter, and it is now the T-Rex's turn. It is oblivious to the impending doom. It just feels a lot of pain in its mouth right now, the side of its mouth. Something hot. It then decides that Zulkul bad must bite and eat, so it's going to do a bite attack.
Shield.
I mean, you're already in its jaws
And
in
that's a
natural
crit.
20s,
I'm dead.
and
Down you go.
it's yeah.
I think I
that's-
might actually kill you.
That's gonna be 89 damage with its bite.
Yeah, it kills me.
So it bites you, and you guys see it swallow Zulkul.
Ah!
Am I safe?
It might save you actually.
Yeah. If you're under 50 hit points and it bites you, you're gobbled up. So
Yes.
so you are in slid into his belly, semi-conscious right now as you're bleeding out. Yeah. So okay. Next up,
That's the end of its turn, so
the
it's
end of
gonna
its
get an explosion
turn.
in its mouth.
It's not quite the end of its turn.
Oh,
It is
okay.
going to. It is going to move. It's unsure where everyone is running. You're right here, right? I think you're
I'm in
next
the ethereal
closest.
plane.
In the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
So Shadow Quill comes
no.
towards Shadow Quill,
No!
and it tail whips. It tail whips Shadow Quill. That's a 29 to hit Shadow Quill, dealing 35 points of damage to Shadow Quill.
He's down.
Shadow
how
Quill is
tall?
down.
No!
How tall is the dinosaur?
Not these 30, maybe 20.
Very tall. Is this probably
40 feet tall, one might say.
maybe taller than 40 feet tall.
Oh, perfect.
Why do you ask?
Well, because it's only 40 feet, so if his head's up above the ground, then it's not going to hit anybody on the ground. It'll hit him and probably his rider, but nobody else.
Yeah, that's like the top of its head. You were hitting its mouth. It's embedded in its teeth. It's still gonna hit anything underneath it.
Well, shit.
All right. So
What's the damage?
at the end of its turn,
41 damage.
41 damage.
Yeah, fire damage in its mouth.
There's a big boom. Teeth and shrapnel shooting off in the area. That was 41 damage. That is 41 damage in the area. So Gilby, you suffer 41 damage,
I'm not dead yet.
and I believe that is
That's an auto crit.
that's an auto crit, but it isn't an attack.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
say
works.
that was 60 points of damage. So once you receive your max HP negatively, then you die. So where does that bring you right now?
So I was at
You were
0.
stabilized, yeah.
So I'm at just 60. I'm okay still.
Okay, you're still okay. You're not okay, but you're
Oh, yeah.
alive, right? Shadow Quill, the same amount of damage. That's 60 damage to Shadow Quill.
What about me in the belly? Do I get covered by his
You are
throat
completely
and
protected
everything? Yes.
as you were in its belly.
Okay.
What about his rider?
Who?
Oh,
See
wait,
that?
I forgot that he was
Captain.
back here. Yeah, Captain gets knocked off. He takes
No, I
he
scratched
takes
my
the
eyes. I made a
damage.
mistake.
Didn't understand exactly what was happening there, so he takes the damage.
About fall
And
damage for falling off the mount.
Narada.
Okay.
I got you. Narada,
We're
you
trying to
also
live here,
you need to make a dexterity saving throw since you are conscious. Say you need a 12. Since you're
Plus, say you have really.
Yeah.
on the outskirts a little bit
I got
of that. All right, so you narrowly make it just out of that radius.
I'm
So
still dead, but-
you'll take half that damage. You'll take 20.
Okay.
Okay, you still awake? Actually, you can do evasion and half that again to 0 damage because you're rogue ability.
No, that's
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
so you take 0 damage from that.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, never forget
You gotta
about
remember
you can be
I did a lot of
surviving a lot
damage.
better with the
I'm just the only
evasion
one I haven't played that
and
at this point.
uncanny dodge ability. Okay, so oh man, yeah. So that captain though would have gone though during that time. He's gonna shoot 2 arrows. He's gonna shoot an arrow, a couple arrows at Erlen. Alright, so let's see how this goes.
I'm in
Those
the
miss.
ethereal. Oh, I'm not in the ethereal.
You're not in the ethereal planes. You've
Yeah, you're right.
informed me, but he misses his attacks anyway.
Great.
And it is now Gilby's turn.
Gilby, make your save, homie.
Make a death save. I think does he automatically fail it?
He fails 2 saves when you take.
When you take
oh no,
damage?
that's
Or-
yes when he takes damage.
Yeah, but that's if you're dead. I was stabilized.
You were stable before? Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
stabilized.
it is, dude.
Oh yeah, you were stabilized. So make a death
So
save.
you don't have
So it's
any
just normal.
negative, yeah.
Normal death saves at this point.
Oh, he made it.
Oh yeah,
It's a
19.
19.
Okay, good. That was almost a
You just
natural
need a
20.
natural 20, dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that was your death save.
right now.
Go ahead and have Sobek.
It's gonna wait.
Sobek is just gonna charge back at its foe.
Yeah.
It doesn't quite understand everything that's happening.
He's like, I was there, now I'm here, but I'm going back there.
So I'll say he holds his action actually. Because he got teleported away. There's a lot of confusion right now. So next up it is
Narita.
Narita. Thank you. So Narita, seeing everything that just happened, what do you do?
Just gonna cry.
Just gonna cry. I take my turn to cry.
Can I please cry on my
I'll give you a second to think, Thram. Why don't you go ahead and go?
Perfect. Okay, so I'm right there. Where are those archers at?
Those archers are.
Are
right
they
behind
within
there.
80 feet or no?
No.
Okay, then I will go up and I'll attack the dinosaur or the T-Rex again. Yep. If they were close enough, I would have. But
I mean, you got a ranged attack. Yes. Okay, so you fight with the T-Rex.
True, but yeah, we need to get rid of them.
Oh, these guys are within 80 feet. These guys are not. Sorry.
How many are there?
There's 2 over here
right
and there's
there,
3
and
over
there's
here. They're dishing out just as
Okay,
much
then-
damage, if not more, than the T-Rex.
Then yeah, I thought I'll go to the close ones. I'll
Okay.
appear out of the ethereal plane.
Yeah. You remember, your mount can dash, and you can still do your. Well, actually, go ahead.
So I know I'm gonna hit. So I'm gonna focus my attack on 1, and it will take. Well, I should say the lowest to hit was
You need an
a
18.
21.
Okay, you hit him.
They're going to take, let's see, 17, 23 damage from me.
Okay.
Plus, it's going to take an additional 6 damage for being the aura of
No, that's a good save though.
Midnight Flame. Midnight Flame will attack the other one.
No, you're constantly taking damage.
And it is.
Oh, Zeta's back alive, Lord of mercy.
What was it? 18.
Sorry, that was a silly.
So that's a 20 not natural. And it's going to take another
This is the first
32
time
fire
that's happened.
damage. Well,
Sorry,
32
this is the
damage
second time you were-
from Midnight Flame.
Okay. They both turn into flames and fall over and die. It is now. That was Thraminus, now Morad's turn.
Alright, how far am I away from that T-Rex?
You're a good ways away. You are about 80 feet, 85 feet away.
Okay, I'll move up 40 feet, and then not 40 feet, I'll do 60 feet so I can throw my weapon without having to worry about
Yeah,
disadvantage.
you can throw your weapon.
I'll hit 3 times for a total of...
Did he say 3 times?
because of the food?
Oh yeah. Well, that's just for the first round of
Just the
combat.
first. Oh, okay.
But if you haven't used it yet, have you used that yet?
Alright.
Okay. It's used up.
If I haven't used
So it'll be
it yet, can I
24
still
damage.
use it? I won't.
40 damage?
24.
44.
24.
24 damage. Okay.
And then I'm going to have Galadesh heal me for 11 hit points.
Alright, Galadesh heals you, horn lighting up. Are you running forward and running back? You have some movement
Nope,
left?
just moving up to 20.
He's very fast right now. Okay. Alright. Next up, it is, unless you want, you're ready, Narita.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast Dimensional Door.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh
grab
yeah.
Gilby and put it.
You're teleporting it, or you're grabbing Gilby and casting it?
Yeah.
You run up to Gilby, cast Dimension Door, and you both teleport back here?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Do you want to do a death save for Shadow Quill?
Oh. Nope.
Nope, that's negative. Okay. You guys see Shadow Quill kind of spasm in pain, not doing so good, as he is bleeding out currently, and it is now Zulkul's turn.
All right, okay. I made my save, but Zeta made a natural 20.
Yes, she
So
did.
she's up. She's gonna walk over and try to defend Shadow Quill, and she's going to use her lightning breath.
Very good. Oh, awesome.
So dex save.
Okay, that's a fail.
Sweet. That's
Full
50,
damage?
50 damage. 50 lightning damage.
50 lightning damage, shocking and shaking the T-Rex. It is
You take that too because you're inside.
That would be fine.
it is badly hurt. You will also take that damage, as you were inside of its belly, and as electricity conducts throughout the whole body. Yes. So, all right. You were like, oh, I know what just happened. As you were barely conscious right now. Yeah. Okay. You'll fail your next death save either way, even without that. Unfortunately, there's going to be some acid damage on your turn, which is right now, and you're going to suffer 15 points of acid damage. Next up, it is. That was Zulkul's turn. It is Arlen's turn.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna go to the dinosaur and I hit him and actually sorry.
Was the captain already dead?
Captain's still alive, but
Would he have
he's
gotten
over
hit
here.
with the lightning sensation?
he was-
Look at where Zeta is.
Oh yeah, yep. I'll make him do a dex save.
He automatically fails because he's prone. 'Cause he fell
Well,
off.
he had a turn before, then I just forgot to state.
Oh, yeah, he did.
So he
That's
gets a. It's going to be an 18.
That makes
I
the
think
save
makes
for
it.
half, so that's 25 damage to the captain.
Okay, I got that. So let's carry on. Which
Okay,
it was
sorry. There you go.
Erlen's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to I should have specified this, I'm going to be back so I can shoot the dinosaur. I'm right next to him right now. I didn't
Oh
want
yeah,
to be
you
that
are.
close.
You're right there. Okay.
So I was just gonna
She wants,
shoot him.
she wants to be back.
You want to be back?
Yeah, I was not gonna move my entire movement. Just so I could shoot him, and I did 23 damage to him, and then I'm going to I'm gonna charge with Azrael.
Remember, you have a reach weapon, but yeah.
Yeah. And then that's gonna.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's going to.
Well, I already attacked.
Yeah. Good. No, you're good. Yeah. Go
I
ahead.
can't do anything. I've already attacked.
That's true.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's cool.
That was just the best.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so Azrael hits and does 31 damage.
So Azrael's coming into charge too.
Yeah, I just want to shoot beforehand.
Why?
Why? Because it does more damage. It's a D10.
Oh no, with smite. But yes.
Yeah.
Right.
It,
Okay.
it's just a more damage
Cool.
dice, so I was just trying to do more damage because I'm
Yeah.
out of smites.
You're out of smites.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Okay. My bad. So
Yeah.
dealing 20. What damage with the?
So I did 23 and then Azrael did 31. So
Yeah.
that's 55.
55.
I was just trying to be the smartest with the amount of damage I could do.
The T-Rex is barely standing up right now. It's almost dead as you guys are working tirelessly on this next guy. Well, I won't say tirelessly because a lot of people are dead. But okay, so it is now the T-Rex's turn. So the T-Rex is going to turn and bite at Zeta.
He's missing.
That's an 18 to hit Zeta.
No, that hits Zeta.
No, it does not.
No, it's
Natural-
19. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So,
sorry, my bad.
Actually, it's 20 right now. So it's
I
plus
gotta
2
fix
with
that.
regular armor, and then
Yeah.
plus 1 because of the gemstone.
That's right.
So that's a miss as it tries to bite Zeta, and
No,
it doesn't get a clean grip on Zeta, and Zeta just kind of dodges to the side,
I just
a
gotta
glancing
figure it
blow on her scales. The tail swipe, however, is going to go and slide over and swap at Midnight Flame.
Nope, that's me. That's Azrael, so I'm gonna use protection to give a plus
Azrael.
5. So
Yeah, Azrael.
for the AC.
Oh, you can grant plus 5 to.
It's the protection feat or the fighting style.
I think that's disadvantage. You grant disadvantage to.
You're right, that's what it is.
So let's see.
Taking your shield.
Okay. So that's 23 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, so that'll still
So
hit.
that's 23 to hit. And he's got a plus 20 to hit.
points
so it
damage
doesn't matter.
to,
Oh my gosh, she's down.
to your mount.
I'm gonna take the damage for Azrael.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, you take the damage for Azrael. That was its bite and its tail swipe. So this guy over here, he is going to.
Would Sobek would have used
like
this
a turn.
action to move forward,
This Mike
seeing
is
the
already
other
taking
people
care of these
forward?
guys. If we can take this guy.
Well, you had said that he was
That's a
confused
dash.
because
Yeah,
He
but
was-
him
He
seeing
was confused, but yes, but after held in the action, seeing you charge, he follows after in suit, and
Captain's turn.
Captain's
turn. Thank you. He
Sorry.
attacks Zeta, and he misses Zeta. That's an 18 to hit Zeta.
that's misses.
Bounces off of her tough AC, the only mount with good AC, and these three shoot at Thram.
Shield.
Great time to cast shields.
Oh,
Does a 23 hit you?
Oh, it does not.
Okay,
My
good.
AC is 28.
28 right now.
Yeah.
Good, because that was a 28. Sorry, 27.
Oh, wow. That's good, 'cause you still got hit.
Almost did get
Yeah.
hit. So they all bounce off. One of the arrows goes through, penetrating through your arcane shield, and gets right up to your nose, and then stops, and then drops to the ground. Oh man, it is now. This is Nailbiter. It is now Gilby's turn.
Okay. Well, Sobek's gonna recklessly attack him. So of course.
The captain shouts on his turn, "Lizard fight!" as he is watching Sobek charge the badly hurt.
Okay, so he definitely hits 33 damage as he bites into his neck again. And then I'll make a death save. I made it.
Okay, this T-Rex is barely hanging on for dear life right after Sobek takes another chunk out of its neck. And Gilby, you are awake now?
No,
You just death saved
yeah, I
again.
just death saved again. So I have 2 successes right now.
Okay, so you're breathing presently. You look okay-ish. It is now Nereida's turn.
No, save me. No, wait, I'm dead. In the middle.
You're
You're
in
in
the
his
stomach,
stomach.
yeah.
How are we supposed to save
You
it's also
can't
another
even hear
yes,
that
sure.
with the D-Rex
Yeah.
belly.
How are we gonna cut you out of that, zombie?
If you kill him, I get regurgitated.
Medicine check on you.
Do you need a minute, or
You get thrown in.
it'll be Thram next, and then Murad.
She's doing a medicine check on me.
Oh, very good. Okay.
Okay, while she's doing that, there's 3 archers left, correct?
11. Yeah.
You got an 11. Very good. So you stabilize Gilby. Gilby is not bleeding out. You feel like he'll be okay for the moment. And make Shadow Quill do a death save as
You're
well.
after me. I need somebody to attack the monster.
16.
Okay, that's a good one. Right
I
direction.
can't take any more acid
Thram.
damage wrong.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to poison my flail.
Okay.
I'm going to attack 2 of them myself, and I will hit on both. The first one's going to take 12 physical damage from my flail, and then 23 damage from the poison.
Yeah.
The second one is going to take 16 damage from my flail and another 23 poison. So these are 2 separate ones, and then Midnight Flame is going to attack the last one and deal 32 damage.
All right. Coming through with your poison flail as you shake the poison onto your flail and then charge in and with your flail braining and poisoning the hobgoblins. You hit them and just grazing them a little bit immediately with the poison effect penetrating into their skulls. They are all fall to the ground dead.
And then, how much movement speed do I have left? Was that
You
like maybe
move
40?
you move like 30 feet, 35 feet, so you got the difference.
I'm gonna start heading
45.
towards the captain now.
You start heading towards the captain, you get to about here.
I will stay. Actually, I wouldn't have seen him shoot anything, so I won't stay behind cover because I didn't see he was shooting. So
Okay, next up, it is you just went Murad's turn.
Alright, so since I kept myself 20 feet away, I'm going to have Galadesh charge him. And Galadesh got a crit for 56 damage.
Does that kill?
And
Okay.
then I did an additional 14.
Galadesh, inspired and angry at all the carnage that's happening, charges forward with the new super speed that he has with the horseshoes, and then jumps off of the air, gaining 20 feet
That's a normal
air
action.
momentum up in the air, and then horns right through into its throat, and then pulls down. And Galadesh hacks in with his axe as he's falling.
Murad.
Murad axing
All of a
into
sudden,
the,
Galadesh just
into
got
the
drawn.
throat, into the throat of the T-Rex, and the T-Rex begins to, and then collapses and falls down onto the ground, and he regurgitates. Because of the damage dealt to him, he regurgitates. Zulkul. Zulkul, you are spit up onto the ground. Now, did I have you take acid damage for 2 turns? Because you were in the belly for 2 rounds. I think just 1 round.
I was just 1 round.
Make sure
This
you
would've
take
been it.
another. I think you've been in it for 2 rounds.
Yeah, this would have been your second.
This
round.
would have been his second round.
Yeah, so
This would have been my second round. I only
Yeah,
was
he
in
was
there
only
for
in there
round,
for one full round.
Okay, all right. All right, Zulkul is spit up, and yeah, it is now
El Capitan.
Zulkul's turn.
Okay, I am gonna have Zeta jump up on the body and do his second lightning breath on the
On
captain.
the captain.
So deck save and then please let me
He
make
fails
this
his
freaking
dex
successful
save.
saving throw. Oh Lord,
Oh.
Terry, I made it.
You made it.
I made my success. I had that double fail because of the damage I took from that last time. So I have 2 fails and 2 successes. Please, somebody
Cool.
save me. So did he make a save or?
He
failed.
failed, and he
Okay,
took
so he takes the 25
25
damage.
points of damage. All right, so the captain falls over dead, knocked backward from the force of the lightning bolt, and he is dead.
So,
Yeah, Zeta.
everybody dead?
There are
Yeah, they're all dead.
Yeah, I
everybody's
killed
now
him.
dead.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody saved
That was
me.
lucky.
Lord
I'm
Terry.
glad that I remember I had the poison. I was looking. I was like, okay, perfect. There's 3 guys.
You
I
guys
should
should
be
have
able to
led
take
with
them.
some of that. Yeah, that was good though.
Definitely forgot
It's hard
about
to
that,
remember about everything, but that's okay.
It is. Oh
Okay.
I'm
man,
glad that I killed basically my whole party with the bomb. So that was cool.
who's still bleeding out? Yeah.
Me.
I'm
the only one.
Can I go
fine,
save?
actually,
Can I
for
go
the most
save?
part.
hurt
Zulkul?
him and
Shadow
Shadow Quiller.
Okay, I'm gonna go stabilize Zulkul. I got a 23 to do that, and then I'm gonna use 20 of my lay on hands pool to.
Okay. Very good.
That was almost death for me.
Zulkul, you breathe to life. Your skin is on fire from acid, but
Can I stabilize Shadow Quill as well?
You can, unless someone else on that turn did it, because otherwise Shadow Quill needs to make an additional death save.
Would I have had enough movement speed to get up there from there?
Gilby, you're right there.
To,
I'm down still.
Get up
I
where?
need to
Where?
get-
What?
to Shadow Quill to stabilize.
Can I use?
Dash?
80
I have
feet.
a-
Are you saying you dash?
Barely. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then you try to stabilize it, is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Okay. Roll your
Let's see your
stabilization.
medicine check.
Ooh, close. Wait, actually, medicine.
Yeah, you gotta.
Medicine or animal handling, whichever is better.
That's a 10, exactly.
Okay. Just good enough. Shadow Quill is stable.
I'll go up to Gilby and I rolled an 18.
Oh, I'm already stable.
Oh,
Yeah.
now you rolled
You just
it.
headed back to
Wow.
Gilby.
I needed
Yeah.
a heal.
But you
Okay,
wouldn't
well
have seen
then.
it because you charged, but during that time, Narita stabilized again.
Okay. And then I'll have Galladash heal you for 11.
Okay.
Can I give Shadow Quill the other 20 hit points from my?
You sure can from your lay on hands.
Wait, if I'm minus 60, do I have to wait till, or does that?
I'm gonna
It's
have
not.
to beat Zeke.
Oh.
I don't have any more help.
Pretty sure once your stable goes to 0.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it goes
Yeah.
to 0,
It's just-
right? Because
that's
she's
part
stabilized.
of your death count
Right.
when you actually die.
Can I
Heal
give
me
Zeta
for
my
what?
healing
11.
potion as well?
Okay.
Yeah, you give Zeta your healing potion.
Okay, there you go.
well.
You're welcome. You owe me like so many things.
Oof. So these were two very nasty hobgoblin patrols, and there's
Say
a
that again.
there's a very frightened man tied up by the tree over here. You guys are all covered in blood. Nasty,
Sorry about your
nasty
friends,
battle.
buddy. Oh.
Yeah, you should maybe not go talk to him.
He doesn't know that it was me up there.
I'm gonna go over to him
Probably
and
does.
are they ropes or chains or whatever?
He's roped.
I'm just gonna cut the ropes and say, is there somewhere that I can take you so you can be safe? Do you have a home that I can take you to?
I was headed to Tidetown. My caravan got attacked, and they were gonna make us slaves.
Alright. How far away are we from Tidetown?
Pretty far.
Yeah.
You guys are a few hours with your mounts.
You guys need a rest, right?
I'm gonna tell Sobek to feast on the T-Rex. I'm gonna be like, Sobek, you did
alcohol, I
good.
need
Feast.
Sobek
you fought well.
aggressively runs up and starts chowing down on one of the T-Rexes.
I'm gonna fly him to Tidetown.
You are?
Yep.
Okay. So you invite him to saddle up. He's just in shock. He's just kind of white faced, eyes big, kind of just not sure what's happening right now, and you take off with great speed, headed to Tidetown, where you drop him off at the port, and he nods thanks. Okay, I'll go to Tidetown now.
I'm gonna give him like 50 gold to
Okay.
do something. I don't know. So he
says,
has
"Oh,
something.
thank you." He takes the gold and puts it in his pockets.
Little did we know he was actually the mastermind of all these. I didn't know that'd be funny. But
And
And
I'm just gonna
you
say
start
to
heading
him,
back?
like, yeah. Before I go, I'm just gonna say I'm sorry for what happened. I hope that you can find something new in Tidetown, and then I'll leave.
Thank you. He says in shock. He just, who knows how the relations were of the other townsfolk who were devoured during that time.
Yikes.
devoured, squished, everything.
Yeah,
Exploded.
yeah. Okay,
Well, I didn't explode then.
You did their corpses.
No, because they were already in the T-Rex's belly at that point.
They're also
The
filled
other
up
one.
now. Fine.
so you guys are back here during this time. Yeah, you guys can investigate the area.
It's
Oh,
better,
no.
baby.
You,
Nope, terrible.
Yep.
No, I nothing. 4.
14.
Or
21.
14.
Okay, you guys find enough gold for each party member to acquire 450 gold. It's from 2 different patrols. Now let's say 600 gold apiece. They had raided a caravan and taken some loot. You guys also find a couple of rings which appear to be magical, and
Cast your spell of identify, sir, please.
Oh yeah, I'll cast it. I'll cast Identify on both items.
the rings, because the shield, there's a shield and a pair of rings. The shield has a massive shark head that sticks out of it.
I know
This
that.
is the shark head shield, and it can
Classic.
Once per day, when a melee attacker makes an attack against the wielder of the shield,
Use the shield.
the shark animates and comes to life. It is a preserved shark head, and it can attack the assailants, biting for 1d10 plus 7 piercing damage. Once per day. The other one is a pair of rings, which are both have a tiny spider atop them, and this is Lulth's Alliance. These are cursed, so as soon as a person dons the ring, they cannot remove the ring unless remove curse is cast, or if both users of either ring are at full health. So 2 people will don a ring, and they will split damage evenly. So this is used ideally when someone is in the back and willing to take half of the damage that someone up front is taking, so that they can take more damage without going down. It is called Lulth's Alliance, the pair of rings.
Actually, it would be bad for you and someone else since you already half the damage. That would not be a bad idea.
Would that apply though with that?
So if he took half physical, if the other person took half physical damage, then he would take quarter basically.
Oh, nice.
So yes, it would work. But if it was magic damage, then it would be magic damage that you suffer. And these are cards that are in our store. The links below. Pyronix Hordes of Magical Items, which are all illustrated by yours truly, Stephen Oakes. Okay, so who wants the shield? I think there's... You use shields, is that right?
I say yeah, since mine's a single-handed weapon, I could use a shield.
Are you proficient in shields? That's what you need to check. Okay, so who wants the Lulth's Alliance rings? 2 people.
I can take one.
Take one of the rings.
Yep, I went
Who will take the other ring for Lulth's Alliance? If you wanted to put it on the unicorn horn and split it with Gallaudet, that's another option.
Or
But
Sobek. Put it on
you
Sobek.
you can try to give them a little piercing ring or somewhere.
An earring, it'd be so
A little
fun.
nose
Put it
ring.
through his
It
nose,
is,
yeah.
actually, the figure has a nose ring.
Does it?
There you
Nope.
go.
That's a different mini I'm thinking of. Never mind.
Sobek has a pretty good chunk of life, but I don't know.
That
It's,
would be
it's
a
good
bad
for
idea.
someone who has a good life but doesn't see a lot of
How do you
action.
know if you're
Yeah, but
using a
Sobek
shield
does.
or not?
That's the problem. I guess I
Half
I
of 50 is
could.
still a lot of damage. Especially
I have
if you're
91
being
health, so I'm pretty high up there, and I kind of stay back. So
Well, Sobek doesn't though.
yeah, that's the problem.
Sobek gets hit a lot. You usually don't unless there's arrows involved.
Yeah.
Because you're high off the ground.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be best if I did, because I don't usually take so much damage except from arrows. So.
Okay, so you're taking the other,
Yeah, I'll take the other one.
giving it a shot. Okay, so the only way to take these off is with either remove curse, or if you're both at full health, you guys can remove it.
Oh,
Okay?
Or we chop off our fingers.
Yeah. Shark shield.
We're waiting on him. Just
I don't know if I'm proficient.
proficient.
I'm trying to see where, I don't know where I can see it in there. I don't know if Hexblade is different from them or...
I know where to look it up.
Oh yeah, Hex Warrior. At first level you gain proficiency with medium armor, shields, and martial weapons.
There you go. Shark shield.
Shark bait. Okay, I'm not going to take any more of the items since I have 3 of them now. No, 2 of them. Yes, 3 of them.
All right.
No more for me.
Oh, very good. A very bloody,
Where's my other one?
or bloodiest battle yet, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, everybody, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye!
Have a good time.